I'm gonna go get a beverage.
Bob,
No.
is it Bob Barker? It's Bob Barker.
It is Bob Barker. Yes,
Bob
it is.
motherfucking Barker. Oh my god, it says Bob Barker died suicide by cop. Is that real?
I want to kiss his ring. I want to kiss his feet. I want to beg.
Yeah, but this is just the sucking hole.
It's bigger than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah, it's bigger.
No
Yeah,
It's fucking huge, dude.
but they're so cute.
Dude, I think you want to fuck one of these so much.
Manatees tell no tales.
I'm googling manatee pussy right now. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, I don't want to. God damn it! Now I have to look up manatee dick.
Yeah, you ever just go like, hey, you know, this is why not?
Dude, what kind of porn are you watching?
Yeah,
I think that's like, how the fuck do you look at that? Yeah, and you're like, beautiful woman.
And every day.
If you watch this, I'm joking, okay?
Yeah,
I'm not. That'd be hell.
Mom, not my mommy.
I bet they're gonna ask you to say the N-word at some point.
I have no doubt.
Oh man, I love spreading false information. God, sorry, Sam. Go on.
All right, hey, patron episode 36.
Patron.
It's the patron episode.
All right, this is gonna be a fucking hour and 1 minute. That's what it's gonna.
You can tell
Hey, we got places to be.
Brian showed up eating lasagna or something and was very obviously like looking over his corner at his TV. We caught him in the middle of something. I don't think he was expecting this today.
Yeah, it
was
was
the
last.
I was fixing my
It was last
fucking
minute.
car.
Yeah.
That's what I was
That
doing. all
doesn't
day
seem
today.
like a
I
you
didn't
thing.
think you. Yeah,
You
one had a
don't
car.
own-
It wasn't
You had
like
the
a con-
capacity to fix it.
You
It's
don't
not-
own a wrench. What
It
the fuck
wasn't.
are you
It
talking
wasn't
about?
No, it wasn't complicated. The battery died on it, so I had to replace it with a new battery. That's all.
It was either that or
Took me like
windshield
12
wipers.
hours.
Yeah, right.
New
Windshield
wipers.
wiper fluid or whatever. I had to do an oil
That's
change.
a real thing. Headlight fluid, though, you need to probably check. You need to make
Yeah.
sure your headlight fluid's good. While you're doing
That's not a
routine.
fucking thing.
And look out for what are those little creatures called?
Seat spiders.
No.
Snipes.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snipes will steal your rims and put your car on blocks if you park in the wrong part of town. Yeah, Snipes did it. Snipe.
Apparently, Detroit's full of snipes. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like their main breeding ground. That's where they go to.
Yeah, you have to be.
It's an empty city, so.
I wonder what Detroit's like these days.
You know what?
It's full of
Very
snipes.
interesting.
So I don't go there.
Possible future guest. That Tolden Stone guy, he like spends a lot of his youth spent a lot of his youth in Detroit, and he like
spends his youth.
yeah,
He's like 14 right now. Yeah, this Golden Stone historian, like 12 years old.
Historian with a fucking PhD. He's like 14. This guy's a prodigy. He
We're
would go
having a
around
boy
to
genius.
empty buildings in Detroit and go like urban exploring.
Anybody here?
What's
Urban exploring is where you find like abandoned
He goes to a
buildings and
crack
risk
den
it.
and get fucking stabbed.
Yeah,
you
That's
just
what
risk
it
it.
is.
If there's like one town where I wouldn't want to do urbex, that's what the cool
Gary.
hip people call it. It would be Detroit,
Be
or
Detroit or Gary, Indiana.
or Newark, maybe. I don't know, like a industrial shithole like that.
Indianapolis Warehouse District, where my stream will soon be live from. Yeah, when I get a big warehouse.
Yeah, I thought I
Hamilton.
suggested to Poob. I was like, this would be a great idea for you because he's all like single and stuff, and he doesn't need like. I don't know if he
that
needs
doesn't have
roommates.
to be like a permanent thing.
No, okay, you're
I
at the
just don't know
point
how to
now
talk
where
to
you
girls.
don't have like like a family that lives with you. Point is that if there's any time where you could get like
Family loves me. Or,
You don't have a
You're
living
alone in
family.
this
go to
world.
a
That's what it is.
warehouse. Go to a big cold warehouse.
I
Yeah,
thought it would be cool to have a stream from a fucking
It
industrial
would be
warehouse.
sweet, like
It
in
would be-
Texas or something.
yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I
And I
wouldn't be like.
suggested it, and he was just like, "This is."
It
You
would
can't bring
be
a
like
girl to a warehouse.
It's
Yeah,
the
right. That's
scariest
that's the
thing
most
in
sketch thing in the
Indianapolis
world.
to get a warehouse. You're like, where? I have here on
Babe,
Facebook
come to a
Marketplace
warehouse.
like diners and stuff that are pretty cheap rent. Like I can
would
get
be
like a
awesome.
diner, yeah,
Yeah, a diner.
and then just
With
put
staff.
newspaper up on the windows or something.
No,
make
you
it.
would just you could just do it like a retro diner, and then you could stream from a booth every day in like
And
have
period
pancakes served to
clothing.
you.
And
and
like have
shit.
light
Yeah.
shining on me, so people walking by are like, "What the fuck?" Closed.
Oh, it's still
God.
open. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, there's an open
an
sign
active
on, and
diner.
every time someone comes in, I'm like, "What the fuck?
Get out of here. Get out of
It's
here.
my house. What are you doing in my house? I can stand my ground."
It's
Oh.
fucking plastic.
Yeah.
Alright.
So actually, that's a great question. If you do like a stand your ground, like, you know, if someone breaks in while you're streaming and you shoot someone live on stream, justified, do you think Twitch is gonna?
If I melt a man with a gun, I feel like
If
Twitch
you-
would be like,
If
You
you
get a
RoboCop a
suspension.
guy where you just keep shooting after he's down,
okay, if it's like excessive,
and you
definitely.
like blow off his arms, and
If you're like
but-
a half robot, and you like 90%
yeah, you
robot.
absolutely decimate this guy, and the court finds you completely innocent.
Innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, they say,
I
"God, good job." Do you think Twitch would still ban you for
Twitch
you
is
know
a bunch of libbies. They would definitely
Yeah.
ban
for
you.
45
having a gun.
seconds of,
Yeah.
of
What
you
if I just
shooting a
like,
man?
yeah, sawed him in half with it?
Yeah.
If it was just one shot to the head, it would have been fine. But it was him, you know,
Well,
kneecapping
but if you
him and
go-
spitting on him and shit.
After, then it's not fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or if you twirl it and then twirl it back and then holster it, definitely not okay. I've wondered, you know, because I've got that sword above my head, if I just like cut my roommate in half vertically.
Yeah.
But he
Stream?
was intruding, yeah. Or he was like, "I'm gonna kill you." That'd probably be fine.
You'd be
If I
found guilty
stabbed
because
it through him and lifted him up into the air somehow, that'd be impressive.
That was, dude. I this is not good. I watched like every season of Love, Death, and Robots in like
Oh,
the
that's a good
past
show. Yeah, I haven't
Even
watched
like
the
the-
new one, but
there's a
past
third season now.
day
yeah.
and a half. Yeah, the new season 3 is great. They have they got like an old timey Sea of Thieves style episode that I think is
I already
is
hate
the
it.
best out of all the seasons.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't
It's
believe
good. It's
The
good.
Sea of Thieves one.
it.
It's not like Sea of Thieves.
Fucking
It's
gay
like
pirates.
yeah, it's like gay pirates.
Oh.
One of them turns out to be a robot. They always work those into every
and
every
he's
episode.
also in love, and he dies.
And then he dies, yeah.
Yeah, where have
Gets
I heard
killed.
this one before? They're really running out of ideas. Another robot dies. Wow, and he
After
loves
finding
something.
love. After
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, fucking shocker. Yeah, that show should be canceled.
Oh shit! I forgot about this. This is kind of funny. Remember that like mod DLC that the guy's making for Fallout New Vegas, and he hired me to do voice work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the racist.
Yeah, they had me voicing this guy, and they wanted me to sound like they put in the contract. They're like, you need to sound like really black.
In the
And-
contract it said something black
Did
as
you
shit.
say
Yeah.
back I'm a white person, or no? You're like, oh, it will do.
There's a
If you're getting paid
screenshot
for
of
a
what you
job,
look
you want to
like.
do your best, I guess.
I actually turned down the money for it.
Oh, that's probably cover your tracks. No paper trail. They stole
Yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, they were like, we can afford like $150. I was like, hey, you guys are creatives. It's not, I don't
Not
want to
even
take
worth the
$150
trouble,
if
yeah.
that's like what you have to spend, right? And I just wanted to be a part of it. And then they showed me what I'd be doing. And I was like, oh, fuck, I probably should have taken that money. But the
Oh, $150, I'll clear my conscience.
Yeah, that's definitely worth
Paid off
I'll
really
doing a
easy.
racist impression.
I'll sleep real easy. Yeah.
My bag of money, my $151 bills.
with my Benjis.
Well, oh, and by the way, I think one of the things that we concluded last time we talked about this was pretty sure the guy, like part of what the voice work I'm doing is recovering another guy's steps that he's
Yeah,
done.
they outsourced a black guy
outsourced
to
me
a
to-
white guy.
Yeah, I
That's
think, and I
fucked
think the
up.
original voice artist was like a black guy, so I think I'm stealing a black guy's job.
Or we
Yeah.
did discuss this, or a guy just really good at his job. It's a white guy.
Yeah, he might have been incredible. He might be like Filipino or something.
Yeah. We need you to be on this level. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, I can do it. Yeah, mine's not too convincing because here's what's funny. I got an email back from the people. They said, dude, we need you to reshoot some of your lines. They're not black enough.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Dude, I told him to fuck off.
Do you have, are you allowed to share the lines that were rejected because they weren't black enough? Because I'm curious
No,
how
I
black
signed,
you
like,
were.
I signed like an NDA thing.
Can you
I
do it
forgot about that. I
after?
probably shouldn't be talking
Yeah,
about
when you
this.
sign an NDA, it's your
Yo.
fucking time talking about
These
it.
guys don't. They had money to pay me $150. They don't have enough to fucking sue
They
me.
get through your ass. The NDA was
What are they
written in
gonna
fucking
get?
crayon.
Yeah, what are they
Yeah.
gonna do? Like, get bankrupted? You know? Fuck, like,
Oh.
come on. He's not gonna sue me. It's fine. I'll advertise it when he's
All
finished
right, then
because I
I
think
want to
it's
hear
funny.
the voice lines.
I
I
wanna
want to
hear
hear
the
the ones that weren't black
The
enough.
voice?
I'm
I
so
can't
I
do
want to
the
hear the
voice.
voice.
I'm not doing the
No,
voice.
you're not trying
Come
to for
on, I need-
$150.
I want to know what wasn't enough for them. Like, I need to know.
All right, hold on. Let me go find the.
Oh shit, you have the audio
You
clip?
can say it
No,
right
not the
here.
audio. I'm not doing the audio clips. I'm gonna find the script.
Okay. Well, okay, but try
And then do
to
it
try
in
to
the
say it
voice.
as similar as
Yeah.
the rejected.
Yeah. Of
specimen.
course, absolutely. Hold on.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's honestly a lot of what it is. Shit.
Shit, dude.
That's so
okay.
fucked, dude, for $150 that you
Yeah.
denied. So for free.
I didn't
For
even
free, you're
need-
doing. Why do you want to be a part of this project so bad?
It was
Well, it sounded like, you know,
A
pad
young
my,
creative wants to
Yo,
do
this-
I figured I would pad my, you know, IMDb if that ever comes out. You know, try to get some
Okay, that's fair.
credits.
So you did the voice acting mod for Marceline, right?
What?
The other free one that you're supposed to be doing where you're not racist, where you play yourself.
normal.
You haven't
yeah,
done
that didn't.
one.
That one really doesn't. The character doesn't appeal to me as much.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
you.
the-
Yeah, this
you don't
isn't
get
as
to role
fun
play as a
as-
black tip guy.
It's too vanilla, too milquetoast, too white. I'm more into.
You're
I'm more
me-
into
You've been
cultural
method
things.
acting
Yeah,
pretty hard for this one, I heard.
yeah. I tanked my credit in order to do these lines better.
Tim's gonna be the next Spike Lee movie, dude. He's after this one.
The
After he-
Spike Lee joint. All right, so my character's name is Papa Chapman, and oh fuck, how much information should I
That's
be
a good
giving
name.
away?
Yeah.
Probably just do the fucking voice. Don't NDA yourself
Okay,
into like
okay,
the actual
Yeah.
details.
Play it
Well,
after.
hold
it's
on. Let me
released,
find
right?
a
Is that
good
how that works?
line. Let me find a good line.
All right.
Okay.
Well, which one? The one of the ones that got rejected, obviously.
I don't know which ones got rejected because he
They
wants
just
to.
want you to do the whole fucking script again.
Well, no, they're like, there's certain lines, and I'm gonna have me and the audio engineer sit down live with you to like,
Oh
so
my-
we can critique it. I was like, wow, there's
That's
supposed to be
amazing.
like a very specific part that you're like, this is not quite up to our standards. Yeah, they of course put like a line in here. It's is Papa gonna have to choke a bitch?
Oh, if you read it like that,
And-
no wonder.
No, yeah, no, of course
Oh.
not. And I was like, is Papa gonna have to choke a bitch? And I'm like, that's probably not black enough.
No, you can
What
do that
do,
better.
what do they
You can
mean
definitely
by
do that.
black? Why don't you
That's
walk
a
us
great
through that?
question.
What do they
Well,
mean by
I've-
blacker for the voice?
that? I don't
More
know what they
urban
mean by that.
sounding. You
Well, I
mean-
kind of took the job because you know I wanted to pad the you know my credentials a
Bullshit.
little bit, but I haven't
Very
really.
well
I don't have any reference material. I've never spoken to a black person at length.
That's actually a very valid point for you.
Yeah.
Click this link when you have time.
I just imagine they talk
And
like the
watch.
guy, everyone from Black Dynamite. So, you know, that's my experience. What did you just send? What is
Oh
this?
wait, this is a great impression.
Of what?
God damn it, Dutch! How many other errands you have us running for the DA? From Sunny in Philadelphia. And maybe you could channel
That sounds
some.
actually dead ass accurate.
That is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I don't know
mine's
why
not
that
nearly
one-
as accurate as that.
That one's like edited super oddly though. I didn't know it was.
It sounds like it sounds like a deep fake or something. Like it
No,
just
he
looks like
does
they
just
took
go
her
wild.
lines.
It was
Put it
I
over
listened-
him.
That fucking guy, you know, he sat there for like an hour or two just straight saying that line over and
I
over again until he
listened
got
to
it right.
their podcast a little, which is
Yeah.
like pretty funny, better than this one.
And he just first tried it.
No, I don't think, no, it wasn't first try, but they had him do it again. And it wasn't as good, but he can basically just nail it on the spot.
Yeah.
But they just go through on the thing, like each one of their episodes and talk about it. One day we're going to have a Forehead Fables Fables podcast where we go through each of our episodes we've done and watch them and live react to them. Endless content loop.
Oh my god, yeah.
React to the reaction.
Is that the final thing that we're gonna do?
That's the
before
final thing we're gonna do. We're gonna
the
make
mass
3,000
suicide?
episodes, and then we're gonna watch all 3,000 back. Oh god,
These
This
fucking suck.
sucks.
It sucks so bad.
And then Stalt's gonna have to rewatch it the second time to edit
To
it.
edit it.
Yeah.
Edit it. Yeah, so just get the highlights in there.
Wow. Yeah, I bet they're gonna ask you to say the N-word at some point in this game.
They're
I'm
gonna-
surprised
they're
they
gonna
haven't
Well,
Right.
already.
at some point you're dedicated to it. You know, it's like when you're shooting a movie as
It's
an
like-
actress, and then they're like, "You need to do this nude scene. It's really gonna make the film." I mean, you already got 75% of it
You're
finished.
turning into Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder or Tropic Thunder.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm not.
Tropic Thunder, yeah.
General
Where you-
Sam can't be
Yeah.
racist because this isn't General. I'm
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
Papa Chapman.
Dude
I'm
playing a dude playing another dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm a white guy that thinks he's a
Always-
black guy pimp.
I love seeing like that role every couple months resurges on Twitter where someone's like, how are we going to let this like blackface by Robert Downey Jr. slide? And then like the entirety of fucking Twitter will defend that role. But like that is like the exception. They're like,
Yeah.
he's not in blackface. He's playing a guy
Yeah.
who's method acting. And it's like showing how insane Hollywood is to like hire him instead of a black person. It's like, they knocked it out of the park. They just wanted to do blackface, and they got fucking away with
I
it.
saw like
Yeah, they
him
fucking
on.
played
Makes
40
me
chess.
sick.
He was
Yeah,
like Joe
yeah.
Rogan or something, and he was like, "I don't know if I would do that today. Like if they offered me
Yeah.
the same role
Oh,
10
he's
years
fucking
later," and he's
hilarious,
like,
though.
"Nah, probably
Oh,
not."
did he actually
Ben
like?
Stiller directs that, right? Ben Stiller's like kind of a good director.
Did he also direct fucking the model movie of his Zoolander?
Zoolander,
Or was it
I'm
someone
pretty
else?
sure. And oh man, I love spreading false information.
I
I think
know.
he also did Apocalypse Now. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did Apocalypse Now and Clockwork Orange. Actually,
Zoolander. Why does it not have the fucking director popped up? I think he did. Yeah, he did direct that. I'm pretty sure. I think he
Yeah,
might have done
Apocalypse Now.
Dodgeball, a true underdog story too.
maybe
No, he
check
didn't.
it. Look it
But
up.
I
look
think
it
he
up.
did Walter Mitty, which is
Yeah, look it up. Find out.
What about Night at the Museum?
I don't give a shit. Yeah, he did do Secret Life of Walter Mitty actually rocks. And like 52% on Rotten Tomatoes. Are you shitting me? That movie is
Okay,
such
that,
a
I
feel
can
good.
see that being directed by him. Then that's believable.
Have you guys ever seen that movie?
No.
Talk about wanderlust, okay? Talk about the need to explore. That movie will get you in the mood. It's one of Ben Stiller's. It's his greatest movie, I think. Period. And also, when
It's
when
his
it
Hubie
came out, I
Halloween.
was really into longboarding. And there's the scene where he rides like a longboard down a mountain in Iceland. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. And one of my best friends, he was also like really like this movie. I had like the poster and everything. And he went to Hawaii that year and was like, I'm gonna do the fucking Walter Mitty, like fly down the mountain, like arms out. His
He's
dad's
skinned
like-
himself
yeah,
alive,
his
right?
like, go on, like it's fine. They don't tell him they're there with his dad's friend. He's like, yeah, people bomb this hill all the time. There's a stoplight at the bottom of it. And he's fucking going around like blind corners, and all of a sudden it's like a red stoplight. And he's like, oh fuck. And just fell and tumbled, and like first day of his Hawaii vacation, like ripped his entire back off.
Oh god.
And then just like laid in a bed, and like the dad's friend was like, here, weed, like smoke this weed. And he just smoked weed and took pain.
And he was like, thanks.
He's like, this vacation rocks. Yeah, but no, after that accident, like all of us, we had like a group of like 10 friends that all really liked longboarding for like a summer. And then he got really fucked up, and we were like, oh my God, this is super dangerous.
We had a birthday party when I was in 7th grade. Everybody skateboarded back then. That like Bam Margera was at its peak.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kid at his birthday party, he had a little half pipe, very small one. And
Quarter pipe.
one kid fucking folded his arm over the coping, just snapped it in half, and it made a sound like a 2x4 breaking. It was just like absolute silence in that backyard. Out of like the 30 people that were there, I think 2 of them kept skateboarding. everybody
and
there was
probably the
skateboarding.
two fucking coolest guys.
Oh yeah, they were the ones that actually ended up like doing shit. There was always one that there was this one. His name's I'm not gonna say his name. His name's Steven, and his house. He's one of those people that
Steven. Okay, twisted my arm.
he's one of those people that you say his first and last name.
Oh,
Always.
yeah.
And
I know.
so his first name's Steven. He was the guy that like saw that was completely unfazed because he always was casted up. He was the skater that always had the fucking at least one arm was fucking casted up at any time. And that kid, he fucking snapped his arm, and then everybody just dropped their skateboards, never picked them up again. The kid wasn't graceful. He fell, saw it, and then just like
screamed.
Like he just watched everybody get shot in front of him. He was just blind fear. He was like, the arm's there, the arm's not there anymore. He's like, oh God, I'm like, you help me, Sam, help me, save me. Fucking call in a helicopter.
I've talked about this probably like fucking 20 times on the podcast, but I guess I'm lying a little bit. Like after he did that accident, everyone's like, we got to be careful. But I did it until the day that I'm like, you know what? I walked to class. Wouldn't it be so much faster if I longboarded? Like, this is a big step. You know, you see the guys that longboard to class and you're like, those guys are very confident in their abilities.
Yeah, if they fall, everybody's watching.
And so one day I was going, I had like 1 foot on, 1 foot off, and I'm like, woo, going down a little hill, like nothing crazy. And I put my foot down to start slowing down. It just catches on something. And I, with my right foot, shoot the board out at like Mach speed. And it goes into the road and like hits a car. And I just tumble down this little hill. And I'm like, oh, and I like rip up my pants and my shirt. And I'm like, oh, like a Family Guy fell down. And like literally, it's just freshman year of college. I'm already like as nervous as can be in every social situation there. I went to a really small school and whatnot. It's a big place. And I remember a group of girls came over. They're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was just like, "Oh my fuck!" Like, it's like I was fine ultimately, but I was just like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like, whatever. And I just went. I had to go get my fucking board. Like, sorry to hit your car. Ran back to my dorm. Probably fucking cried. Yeah.
You sat on your bed like.
Sobbing. You're ready for that hill.
Have you ever seen Boogie Nights?
First off,
Philip Seymour Hoffman like hits on Mark Wahlberg and Mark Wahlberg turns him down and he just sits in his car and just goes, fucking stupid.
Just to say, don't tell me any like spoilers because I've never seen Boogie Nights, but I like
just
have
crying.
it and like top 5 of my current list of things to watch.
Oh, that's a great movie.
I know Alfred Molina's in it, so I'm.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, he makes that movie. He makes it.
Apparently, it's got a gun in one scene because people on Twitter keep sending me that picture.
Yeah, no, it's not only that. It's one of those movies that's because it spans such a long period of time. There's like
I didn't know that either. Spoilers, jeez. It's a generational.
There's just great like every act has like awesome scenes in it. You know, like some movies have dead spots where it's like, the second half fucking sucks or whatever.
Yeah.
This movie's like Goodfellas, where like every scene is just the pacing's great on it.
Speaking of Goodfellas, R.I.P. Ray.
Yeah. Ray Liotta just died.
Yeah.
Oh shit! When?
Like 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Actually, let me look it up.
No, like 10 seconds ago. They just told me guys got a text. I didn't want to interrupt Sam during that.
Ray's dead.
Oh God, he's dead. It's Ray.
Little Ray Lee. He's gone.
little Ray. Yeah, but he's died. He is now gone.
No, that sucks.
Known best for UB
Goodfellas.
Halloween. UB Halloween, where he played just like a Ray Liotta character, where he's always like, "Man, I'm gonna get you."
He looks like the Joker, dude. He's
I'm gonna have to go
weird.
put my fucking dog upstairs, if you know what I mean.
Okay, go
it's his like
smile.
And then
quickly back down the stairs. Yeah. The longest trip upstairs, the quickest trip down those stairs. The Ray Liotta, dude, that guy has the weirdest smile.
Yeah, he looks
when
like
he smiles, his like mouth is like it's like boxed off. He looks like
it's like a fucking Wii emote thing, like a Wii. What are they called? Nintendo Mii's.
Oh shit!
a custom smile. It's
Yeah.
so scary. It doesn't look human.
Well, now he's dead, so we don't have to ever see it again. But
Oh my god, what did his dead corpse look like? Is it still got the fucking?
it's got the in the casket. The mouth is
Why so
just
serious?
like that.
Yeah.
I just remembered something that I bought on that site that I bought like I don't know, a
Why
month or
doubles
two ago.
on?
Totally forgot, and they called me this week, and they were like, "If you don't come pick up your shit in Columbus, Ohio, like we're gonna sell it to the back to the site, and you'll lose it." So I did a good drive out there. Long story short, but I got my comic. It's bigger than I ever could have imagined. My mallet.
That's like a
That's
Gallagher
bigger than
mallet.
a Gallagher mallet.
Is it
Yeah, that's
bigger? No way.
Yeah.
This is fucking huge, dude. I'm gonna Gallagher smash a watermelon so hard.
You have to.
It's like sturdy. I'm pretty sure though. When I first, it's like chipped a little. When I first hit something with this, it's going to shatter and probably break my arm somehow.
Nah, you'll be
Very
fine.
predictable. But oh my god,
That'd be
look at
fucking
a
unlucky.
hoss of them out. This is like, imagine if I saw a rat and hit it with this.
You definitely
Yeah,
need to
mallet.
do that holster I was talking about where you hang it on the back of your door. So
Or
like
hang it on my back. It'll touch. I could hang it from the ceiling, but if it fell and hit me in the head, I'd die.
You
It's like
your
really,
head would
it's actually
explode.
like probably 300, 400 pounds. I'm
Yeah.
just really, really strong.
barely putting any effort in there. Yeah.
Fuck. No,
No,
but it is
that's cool. So
how
not really, but it's, it's a big mallet. It's cool. It's cool in that regard for sure.
Mm.
In a
oh yeah,
Gallagher
you know
way.
those. Have you ever seen those like big trampoline places where it's
Trampoline
like
park.
a whole yeah, they're like big. I don't know. They weren't around when I was a kid, but it's just a giant room where they do nothing
Yeah.
but trampolines everywhere on the walls and on the floor and everything. They do they're usually for kids or whatever. My daughter's getting old enough where we're like, hey, maybe we should let her have a fun time at the trampoline thing, see if she likes it for her birthday coming up.
Big-
And so we went there, and of course, like, you know, she don't want to go in by herself. So I'm like, all right, give me some of the little trampoline socks or whatever. I'll go in there. Very conscious though of what's happened to Steve. I was like, I'm not
you're just thinking about
stupid.
Steve, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
forgot
I was
what
like-
happened to Steve.
Steve was like, hey, I've been playing video games for 10 years and haven't seen sunlight in forever, and I have a vitamin D deficiency. My bones are those of like a pelican. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hop on a trampoline and start doing backflips immediately.
I'm gonna flex on
Oh.
these 8-year-old kids.
I
It was
know,
at a
I do
birthday
remember
party.
Yeah,
For his
he
knees,
does a
yeah.
backflip. His knee just
His knee
obliterates
exploded.
itself.
He
Yeah, it's
fucking it
completely
was like
gone.
Mr. Potato Head just falling off a cliff.
I
It's
forgot.
exploded.
now
Yeah,
I remember.
every
Well, he
tendon
wasn't at a
gone.
jump
Yeah.
park though. He was at
Yeah.
like a home trampoline.
Yeah. So I was at
socks, sorry, those socks are what I
So-
referenced when I couldn't get in the tent. When I'm like, I need like socks. Like that's what I meant. Like those socks I could have got right in the
yeah, you could have gripped onto it. Yeah, like a yeah. So, anyways, I got in there with her and I was like, hey, you should do like a fun, you know, like what's the most simple thing you could think of?
An
Is
ollie.
that jump where you like you jump and you land on your
Your
back
feet.
Oh yeah.
and then you come
Oh.
back up and land
Land
on your
on your-
feet.
Jump, land on your feet, and then go up and down.
Yeah, that one's really good too.
Okay, well, we had already done that.
Yeah.
That's
She's never
Bunny Hill.
jumped before in her life, so you had to first teach her what jumping was.
Yeah.
And then you got into the land on your back.
Well, I felt bad too because we got in and I'm like that asshole dad that goes like, "Hey, water's fine." I just chucked their kid in, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I went in there with like with her, and I was like, "Hey, look, trampoline!" I like plopped her down in it. Fucking freaks out immediately
Oh,
because she lands in there. They had like foam squares in there
Oh,
for
yeah.
kids to play with. Foam squares like fall down on her when she's on the trampoline. She's like freaking out and she's screaming bloody murder. It's like, don't do that. Don't touch me. Don't stop. She was like very grown up in that she was
Oh,
pissed off with me. And
oh my god.
anyway, so I tried showing her the like you jump and then you land on your back and then you come back up on your feet.
You
And-
broke both your legs.
Yeah. Anyways, pans down.
Let me wheel them in a wheelchair this whole time.
Both your legs are gone.
Okay.
I pull over an IV stand.
Yeah.
I'm on a fucking drip.
Oh,
Double amputation. Yeah.
oh.
Both my feet got turned around 180.
I like landed on my back and like I just felt all the bones in my neck and my back just like move weird.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that ain't good.
Yeah.
I did not successfully land back on my feet. I just fucking flipped around and like landed.
It's fun. Watch this. Ah!
Basically.
I'm dying.
And the funny part is my fucking father-in-law was like, "Whoa, dude, that didn't look good. You're probably gonna feel that tomorrow." I'm like, there's no way. And then the next morning, oh my God, did I feel it? Holy shit, I felt it bad. And he came over for dinner and he's like, "Hey, how'd you feel this morning?" I was like, "Oh, I felt great." Like I totally lied to his face. I was
man.
in complete agony. My fucking shoulders, my back are all fucked up. Did not probably should have. You know what's weird is I've been doing that stupid bike thing, the Peloton.
Oh yeah.
To like lose weight and everything, right? But it's giving me oh, thank you. It's giving me zero like
that it's not working.
What the fuck, Brian?
I'm sorry.
It's giving me no what's that called? Like I'm just sitting in one position. I'm still not any more flexible or fit, really.
Yeah.
I just have like my heart's more gooders.
When you have one of those tables that like
no, not that. I just need to get out and like I don't know, just like
be tossed around.
Yeah,
stretches
like,
or some shit.
Move, yeah. I don't know.
You maybe try like, dunking a basketball.
Oh my God, I would shatter my entire body. It'd be like that Tom Segura clip. Have you seen that where he goes to like dunk?
Oh my God, yeah, it's like the least athletic thing all time.
His body just disintegrates. He looks like he gets like Thanos snapped, like half of his body just falls apart. Yeah,
pretty awesome that got caught.
I gotta look at this. Hold on.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. This happened like a year ago now, probably.
Stult editor, pull that up.
Oh wait,
he could be in here right now, live.
He could. Yeah, we got this thing. He could be producing it.
Wait, he slips on his ass. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, Stult could be in this new fandangled thing. Editing, being like a producer, an active producer, and then he wouldn't have to edit it all.
God, sorry, I just rewatched it. He's like Family Guy like, falling over at the end, his arms backwards somehow.
Yeah,
wait, how did he break his arm?
Fall.
Yeah, he broke his arm and his leg. Yeah. He got the double,
like fully backwards.
Yeah, that's what's funny. You mentioned that because when it happened, they posted nothing but
Peter Griffin.
The Peter Griffin like Family Guy fall.
Yeah.
His arms all fucking backwards.
God, I hate seeing shit like that, but that is hilarious.
It's like that guy that tried to stab Chappelle. Like there's pictures of him on the stretcher.
God, afterwards. Yeah, they like beat the fucking hell out of him.
The guy looked like a deassembled like action figure. Like his arm was completely fucking out of socket. Yeah, that guy was done for.
Yeah, they should have fucking killed him.
Anyways, it's like a 35-minute Patreon exclusive. That's acceptable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been having 3-hour-long podcasts lately on the main. We definitely won't
act like some of those bleed over here.
We definitely won't see a dip in patrons if we just give them the shortest podcast of all time. Brian, you do one of your movie rants, one of your famous
Brian,
movie
you should
rants.
have.
Wait, are you guys all out of gas already?
No, I'm not all out of say. I'm always in a fine mood until Sam goes, "Well, this sucks." And then I was, you know,
laughing at Peter Griffin.
Yeah, no, I was just giggling, and Sam.
Sam's
took it away.
Yeah, fuck
did I do a snatch and grab on the vibe? I'm sorry.
Okay,
yeah, he's like 35-minute episode.
No laughs. Yeah,
I didn't say it was bad so far. I just fucking realized that
patrons.
I realized I had nothing. I realized you know when you're like skating right there at the edge, and then you realize like I'm not generating edge fast enough for how fast I'm skating.
I thought the mallet would be at least 40 minutes, but I went real quick. So
we didn't do enough of that. We could have had you do a test swing. We could have had you see where the balance was on it. Hold your finger out and balance it like a sword. Like a
I'm gonna guess it's very close to the big fucking fat end of it.
No, you need it should be perfectly balanced, halfway point, right in between.
Yeah, this is impossible. No, we got some fucking lead ball in the handle or something.
Okay, well, how about this for that?
Ask that fucking historian how old that mallet is. Maybe he'll.
Yeah, but
he got like an ancient Roman hammer.
I'm pretty sure I just. How old is this?
How's this?
How's this tape?
This. Where'd this from?
I got it in 2017. Wrong.
This is actually I believe from the 30s. I could be wrong. It's from early 20th century.
This guy fucking deals with stuff from like 200 BC.
Yeah.
Well, what would you have one of these in your collection? Big old mallet that, like, what did they use this for? Hitting railroad ties or something? I mean, it busts. I don't know what are mallets traditionally?
Beating up dough? I don't know.
Or beating up?
The only thing I can think of is driving like circus tent wedges into
Big
Like a giant
tin
wooden stake.
Name one other thing you've ever seen a giant wooden
watermelon
That's not an
smashing.
actual
Test your strength
mallet.
game.
You,
You're
you don't want to
destroying
cut
it.
up a watermelon, you smash it at a party, then everyone goes over there, eats it off the ground like a pinata.
Oh, yeah. I think, okay. So there's two uses.
Oh, and rat bat. I'm telling you, if you hit a rat with this, like a New York rat with this, it'd pop like a fucking balloon.
Specifically New York one.
Well, those are supposedly
They're
bigger.
huge. They're big boys, yeah.
I saw an awesome video the other day of a bunch of dogs at a dog park in New York just throwing a huge fat rat around, and all the owners are like, stop. Like, they're trying to control their dogs, and they're all going crazy because there's just a huge rat in their pen. And it's like, that is apparently just a very common thing there, which is pretty, like, that's cool. Yeah. I see videos of them like packs of rats in broad daylight in the park, like sitting around eating like little nuts and shit like squirrels. They're scary.
I just love how when I was in New York, I went to like those. Have you ever seen like those tiny little parks that they have?
I've never been.
Basically one lot. It's like a
block of park.
Yeah, it's very small. Like their parks are like micro sized, and the people that hang out there, they're in their own fucking world, man. They will just. I've never seen someone spread out on a blanket that is about a foot away from somebody else's and just act like they are completely out there by themselves. 'Cause I'm used to going out to the park and being like, if I can see you like on the horizon, you're too fucking close.
Yeah.
Like, shoo back. I'm out here to enjoy nature. It looks like a public beach at every park. On like Saturday.
Well, I've heard what the big one, those like shockingly large.
Central Park.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, that one's
you go
big,
there?
but there's parts of it where it just doesn't seem safe.
What, the tunnels?
No, surprisingly not the tunnels, because there's all those people that are like, I have like little rosaries or whatever. Give me $5. Like those people are fucking everywhere around there. Or they'll have like the little, here's my temple, give me money for my temple or whatever. Like the monks.
I'm gonna butcher this, but that totally reminds me. One of my roommates, like sophomore year of college, came home once with a little like monk book, and he said it's because he was riding his bike, and they were like, "You want to buy this book?" And he's like, "No," and they got in his way, and he fucking like fell on his bike or something. Like it wiped out completely. And then they got him to buy one afterwards. Like they like crashed him, and he was like, "Oh!" And he came home, and he's like, "What the fuck? Fuck these people!" Yeah, he ended up killing like fucking all of them. Yeah, it was like a dead religion.
What is that? It's like a sect of Buddhist shit.
No,
right?
I don't know. Like I don't know. Like what are they expecting to?
Yeah,
like a bunch of college kids. Like, you want to be a Buddhist now, guy in Indiana? Like, no, I don't want to do anything. What I want to.
No, they just want the money.
Well, they have reincarnation in Buddhism, right? That doesn't sound too bad, because most people at that school are planning on killing themselves. So if you can talk them into a good
reincarnation,
yeah.
But what if you like end up getting reincarnated to like a Ethiopian or something?
Well, I know in some religion that it's like all based on, like your
like
karma and stuff.
Ant.
So like, I don't know how that works though. If in like Buddhism, suicide's a sin, or if I bet it's something like if you kill yourself, you become an ant or something.
You become.
I'm
like
butcher. Someone in the comments
rat.
is gonna go, actually.
If you kill yourself, you're guaranteed a rat life.
Do you think you become an ant? Like you as a person become an ant? Are you like the one ant with sentience?
No, I don't think you're sentient. I think you're just now an ant.
You're just a drone.
Didn't have any memories.
That seems like a decent life.
It would be better than being like
Maybe
like a
So what do you have to like? You have to like work your way back
partner?
up to like humanhood, like because then after the ant would die,
You
he
get
would
kids?
get some
Well, is
karma.
humanhood the top? Because I think I'd almost rather be like a brown eagle in the mountains. something.
This ant thing seems like
retarded birds. Like
Yeah, maybe I think it goes human, ant, eagle, and then below that's like dog, cat. Well, it's like rich person dog, rich person
I mean,
cat.
like if you're an
Oh,
ant, like
shit.
you're
Wild
gonna have
dog.
a house. Like
Straight.
no ant doesn't have a house. There's no homelessness with ants. They always got a hive. They always got bros.
Dude,
I'm
they
assuming
they
the queen
hang out
gives you a
lot.
bitch.
fucking sugar.
Yeah.
They can lift
I don't
up
think
like
the
a
queen
lot.
gives you a bitch. I think she is the bitch.
She's
You get
just
the
everybody's slam
Fuck the
pig.
queen or something.
Yeah, everybody
Here
everybody
comes
gets a turn with the
listen,
queen.
I don't know nature and
Okay,
shit
so I get
super
a house.
well, but I'm pretty sure everyone
fucking
fucks
royalty.
the queen.
Are you kidding me? I get to
It's a
fuck
big
royal
hog of
pussy.
an
I get
ant,
a
yeah.
house.
Like a spacious room, probably.
Yeah, they
Infinite
probably
ant
give you like a
pussy.
sick apartment. I've
It's
seen
like
the movie
Minecraft.
Ants.
You could just make your room. You just make it bigger.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better than Minecraft. It's
Yeah.
Fortress Craft. Remember that game?
Fortress, yeah, it's a Fortress Craft. Whoa.
Like Xbox 360
Dig
or
a
something.
tunnel. Yeah, it was an
That
Xbox
game was
360
fucking
ripoff game. It fucking
insane.
sucked dick.
And I remember the developer
Some friends
interviews.
that played that.
I remember the developer interviews. They were like, "You stole this from Minecraft." He's like, "You're goddamn right."
Yeah.
No shit, dude. Look at it.
Yeah.
Everything's fucking squares. Of course I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use mind blocks.
I remember having the full keypad on my controller. And on Fortress Craft, you could open up the console and like type in commands to like give it realistic water and stuff before that was updated in. Because we played like the bare bones, like first version of
Beta
that.
of Fortress
Yeah.
Craft.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like the very
we were really
early.
hungry. We were hungry.
Yeah. I remember it was
For
so
Minecraft.
bad that
Yeah.
you could take out blocks and you would walk through a place that you've cleared out blocks, but other people couldn't see that the blocks were missing. Like they couldn't see the shit that you had cleared out.
Jesus Christ.
And so you'd sometimes have to leave and come back to like update, like get a
Yeah.
fresh connection. Yeah, that game was shit.
Yeah, whatever happened to that developer? Is he still
He fucking
making
killed
games?
himself, dude. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's probably like, oh fuck, oh
He
no.
probably made fucking somehow bank off that
He made
game.
Yeah, he probably
dollars.
did. Yeah,
Maybe.
I think he had like 2 or 3 years before Minecraft came to Xbox, where he was
Where
probably
he tricked
profiting.
a bunch of
He's
people.
king. Yeah.
Dude, we were talking
Into
about this
buying a shittier
playing Hell Let Loose. Do you guys remember 1 versus 100?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
1 versus 100.
It was great, dude. It was 100 people, 101 people.
Versus
It was
a
like
guy.
a trivia game. One person in the crowd is like the one, and then there was 100 people in the audience, and you would do like trivia, and it was like the person versus what the audience said.
Oh.
And so it was like the first
It's like a
interactive
TV
game.
show.
Yeah, it was like a
you're
TV
sitting
show,
there,
like
you're sitting there
on
trying
Xbox.
to get this guy kicked out. He stands to win money, and you just want him gone.
No, but it was like
basically.
also a real like NBC TV show.
Yeah.
And then they made it.
Again.
Is
That's
that an
sick.
actual? Is that a show?
Yeah, 2, 3
Probably.
seasons. What
That
do you
makes
mean
sense.
probably? I'm not lying, bitch. It says it right here. 1 versus 100, 2006 game show. The game came out in 2009.
Okay,
shit.
so it's 2000. God, we're getting fucking old. This is like forever ago. It's 13 years ago. Anyways, we're playing 1 versus 100, and then it just mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Yeah, they just took it. They took it off, and they're like, "Yeah, well, like it was super popular." I remember.
Top video 1 versus 100, the forgotten Xbox game show. It was stolen by time. Whatever.
It was stolen by time.
It was a
I added
great
that,
game.
but
It was fun. Yeah,
I never played. That actually looks fucking sick. I wish I
Yeah,
would
it was
played that.
cool. And you
it's
could win
yeah. It was like imagine like a battle royale, but with
I was
trivia.
more of a Deal or No Deal kid though, so
You know,
you
it's
guys have
fucked
a
up.
favorite game show to watch?
My family always liked the Wheel of
Family
Fortune
Feud.
one.
Wheel
Oh,
of
God.
Fortune.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks because there's no
Jesus
skill
Christ.
involved. And I love Jeopardy right after it.
Oh
Fucking
god.
nerd.
Yeah.
That's a
Jesus
nerd
Christ.
one. That one
I
sucked.
love Jeopardy's great.
That
'cause
was
it's
like
all
fucking
skill.
homework.
Yeah.
You go home and do
Oh,
that.
school.
Oh, that shit.
Oh
School
no, dude.
show.
No.
Okay,
that's
if it's an
lame.
instrument, you just you just call out a harpsichord if you have no idea. And sometimes you're right. You know, I had that one on the back burner for a while. I was like, I don't know an instrument. I'm saying harpsichord. And I was right one time and I called my mom and I was like, bitch, you watching Jeopardy? She's like, yeah, you know I am. I got the final Jeopardy. It was harpsichord. She's
That
like, you've
is-
been saying harpsichord for 10 years whenever you don't know what the answer is. And of course you're going to get it right eventually. Yeah. No, but I'm one of those people that I play Jeopardy with them, like, you know, going along. And then when they go to tell me the answer, I like cut off Alex Trebek. I'm like, yeah.
Hold
Solomon
on,
Islands.
Alex.
I knew that.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Solomon Islands.
That's really, really pathetic and sad.
And I get, you know, if I get like 3 answers in a row, I go, dude, I'm better than these guys.
I don't think
I should be up there. I
I-
would have
yeah.
won this.
I'm gonna be that guy that fucking keeps coming back. You know.
Yeah,
What's that-
the return guest.
Yeah.
Oh man, I follow. I know we've talked about this before, but on Reddit, there's it's a subreddit for like super fat people called like r/immobile, and so it's
That's
people that like,
insensitive.
yeah, they just eat until they can't move anymore.
Yeah.
And the way that they just it's weird. There's like a bell curve. It's like if you're super hot on OnlyFans, then you can make a lot of money.
Yep.
But then there's the people like us, or here, I'm not going to insult you, like me, that are just so yeah.
I'm gonna bring you to this.
Nah, we're not grotesque, but we're just like, that's an ugly dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Then the pendulum keeps swinging to the point where you're just like so fat that you can't even move and get out of your bed. You're so like ugly that you're just like an oddity, you know? Like that freak from 300 that couldn't lift his shield, whatever, that little betray guy. If he had an OnlyFans,
You get no
oh my God,
money.
he'd be
He's a
making
traitor.
a killing. Those people on r/immobile, those big fat people, they'll like post like their Amazon wish list or like their fucking OnlyFans or whatever, and they're making, you know, at least a couple $100 a month.
Yeah.
Just posting pictures of their huge gut. That has to be like 1 day's worth of DoorDash or whatever the fuck they use. Living.
Yeah, that's true.
I realized on the Reddit, if DoorDash or like Uber Eats or Postmates, like if they just collectively go under, if there's like an industry crash, there's going to be a lot of immobile fat people that are just going to die.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like, fuck, I haven't seen them in a while. Like my lifeline, their lifeline got cut
Yeah.
when those companies went under. Because like there's
man.
a mobile lady next to me growing up, but like she had a husband and like and kids that would like bring her food. You know,
The offerings.
yeah,
Just an
like
item.
offerings to a fat god. They would
I
come
brought
in,
you cookies.
yeah, and they would crawl in and they would hand it up to her.
Oh man.
I just remember I thought that was weird because they would
Yeah, it's actually a
they
pretty weird
would
thing.
they would like hang out with their mom like in her bed, and I'm like, and it never dawned on me, but it was always weird because I was like, why is she's like always in bed? Like, never occurred to me that she couldn't leave it.
Does she have like bed sores? Like, ugh.
I don't know, maybe they flipped her around, rolled her around or something.
Oh yeah, like a fucking.
You guys talking about the
burger.
grandma from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I guess so.
Yeah.
This like super fat manatee woman that used to live next to Sam's house.
Yeah, we're talking about
Oh, you
immobile
talking
people.
about when you were by your mom or whatever?
Oh,
Wow, man, that's
so you
fucked up.
own me so hard. Oh, Mom, not my mommy.
You talking about like when you oh well, that's cool that you live by a manatee person in Florida. That's how relevant.
Dude, I've touched a manatee before.
oh
yeah.
How cool is that?
I heard they have human pussies.
Oh.
They're so soft, dude. I bet you they
Ew,
have like
the
some sort of
pussies?
pussy. Yeah.
Ew. What do you mean?
I'm sure
I bet you they have some sort of
They
pussy.
got some-
Yes, they
no,
definitely
some sort
have
of
one.
like.
They're-
I know they got. Okay, so what I'm saying is like, if dolphins who seem kind of soft have apparently a pretty human compatible pussy, then I would assume
Human
that,
compatible one.
a manatee's like a super soft dolphin. So I'm sure their pussy looks like something Jigglypuff would have, you know, just like the softest pussy.
Ew,
Has anyone
dude,
tried?
gross.
Manatee. I'm looking it up. I'm Googling manatee pussy right now. I don't give a fuck.
What is soft like the?
Just like mush. Like
Ew,
like
Jesus Christ.
like steamed pussy. Like you know when you steam broccoli too long, it just gets so soft and mushy.
pushing my fingers into a watermelon that's been burst by a sledgehammer. So soft.
Okay, this is
Oh.
proving more difficult. There's a lot of dolphin pussy on here. I said manatee pussy. and yet I'm not seeing.
So I'll put up some manatee pussy up on the screen right now.
So
Yeah.
why just internet not have more pictures of
Yeah. I'm seeing a
creatures'
lot
pussy?
of West Indian manatee semen extraction. These people are jacking off a manatee. Strange looking dick. It has like a chalice at the top of it that can hold
Budweiser.
whatever. Yeah. And then
Based
I'm
on the
looking at
penis,
some.
What do you think?
Okay, based off the penis, if I was to like take the negative space of the cock and try to like create a 3D model of a manatee pussy,
Yeah.
that thing is got a bucket
So
pussy.
soft.
A bucket pussy to take this weird. This thing looks like a plunger.
Dude, I don't want to. God damn it! Now I have
Plunger
to
cock.
look up manatee dick. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, everybody get roped in. Brian, you start doing your research.
Manatee dick.
Yeah, Stalt, we've gone beyond. Usually we sit there and talk about movies and Stalt wants to kill himself. Now we're going to be talking about
Dude, this is disgusting. This is quite.
how do other animals fuck each other real good.
Oh,
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm closing this. Fuck this.
No, we're
I didn't
still
find
going.
anything.
Let's talk about movies, dude. Let's talk about movies.
We're
or
talking
something.
about manatee pussy from here on out. No, you always like, I grew up in Florida, right? So we would always see those like posters or signs everywhere that are like, if you're
fuck it, even if its
Don't fuck
pussy
them.
looks soft
it's
and huge.
super soft, but
Doesn't matter how
don't
soft
fuck it.
it looks, you can't have sex with it.
They always say like slow your motor down or whatever, because think of the manatees, you'll cut them up. Their backs are always, and like that was like how like they show like to show the horrors of war, they always show like those napalm people from Vietnam and stuff. Like in the equivalency in school for me was they would always show those manatees with their backs all whipped and everything from the propeller blades.
Like they look like
And they were like
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
Those manatees.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And like growing up and seeing that, and it never really hit me. And then when I went on a canoe trip, one came up underneath my canoe and pushed it up a little bit out of the water, which made me look down, and its back had like its back had like come up above the water line, and I just like put my hand down on it, and dude, them scars ain't like, it's not like a fucking regular human scar. Like those things still go deep. Like some of those scars are like, because they're just big fucking things of fat. So like
Yeah.
their scars are still like, oh, it's so fucking gross. Yeah, it would suck to be a manatee. But they're so cute.
So like you
Dude,
saw
I
the
think you
you
want to
saw
fuck
the
one of
pussy?
these
Yeah, like, what-
Yeah.
so much. Like
He said like for like
day
wounds
is
on it
okay.
and stuff.
It's
You're
so
like,
soft.
What is the softness about?
I'm
Why do you
telling you, dude, this is like
Oh,
way
I got a
pussy,
picture- I got a
man. This
picture
is
of,
perfect pussy.
I got a picture of oh fuck. I was gonna say I have a picture of a manatee pussy, and then I clicked it and it said, Zoinks, you've taken a wrong turn.
Like,
Injure?
you're on like illegal shit on the
Yeah.
internet right now. You are a
Oh
fucking
my God.
freak.
The CIA's contacting me. They're saying, please stop. We know what you're trying to
We
do.
know how soft they are. Stop. Don't you don't spread your fishing hole, okay?
Oh, it won't let me drag the image in here.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna share it.
I think
I'm trying to.
you don't have to.
No,
Well, you
we're
can't
going
show
to.
it really. So.
Theater of the mind. It looks
Okay.
like a big
I'm looking.
cube.
I'm gonna have to put it in the fucking Discord because the software sucks.
Oh,
Stall, tell them to
man.
fix that.
Stall, you fucked up the format and the software, and the viewer and us hate you.
Look how soft.
Dude,
That
look
looks-
like something
that looks-
soft is
It
the
looks like
descriptor.
it looks.
It looks like a big concrete pussy. It doesn't look soft.
It does. It looks like a fucking
It looks
belly
like
button.
a belly button. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like a belly button inside a goddamn stuffed animal made of brick.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Doesn't look good at
Soft.
all.
It's
Like, I want to punch that with a fucking fist with a gauntlet, dude. I don't like that at all. If I saw one of those with my boat, I'd turn into it.
Dude, it looks like
Oh.
a fucking. It looks like a practical effects eye that's about to open
Looks
up.
like a coffee bean. Dude,
You
it
know?
looks,
It's some Sam Raimi, yeah, like fucking Evil Dead Eye.
Guillermo del Toro, like manatee flips on its belly and starts talking to you. The eye opens, its third eye. But look how soft its mouth looks. Look at the muzzle on that thing.
You definitely want to fuck with it. I knew Florida people wanted to fuck these. I
Man,
knew
these are
it.
the ugliest fucking things ever, dude.
Well, no. They're not. When Columbus was sailing, they thought they were
Mermaids.
mermaids. Yeah.
Well, it's because
Wow.
he
Well, when
fucking
you-
ate one out, and it was like,
Yeah,
this is mermaid pussy for
No.
you. So sweet.
They were super self-conscious. Like they were like, "Did we just fuck that thing?" Like
He's
40
like-
guys on a boat.
He's like, I'm pretty sure it talked to me back.
Yeah.
Hey, do you
They
mind
just
if I
saw
taste
that-
you? And it was like, and he's like, oh my god, mermaid. Mermaid's gonna let me eat it out, guys. All right, everyone, look, turn away.
Turn around.
You guys are just gonna take my word for it. It's like a total hot babe on the top half, and she had a fish's tail. How
Oh,
the fuck do you look at that? Yeah, and you're like, beautiful woman.
I know.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like 40 dudes on a boat. They've been there for like a month or two. You know,
Like
like
it would take me like 30 years of
He said he was
depravity.
being stranded.
Depravity? Something. Word. It would take so long for me to look at that and go like crazy of lust. I don't know if a time could pass. I think something else would have to change in me. I'd have to have like
Yeah, I'd say 3
some
months.
sort of serum. Yeah. 3 months at sea.
You'd be looking
You're
at
gonna
it
want-
like
I
SpongeBob
would
looking at the
sooner
pizza,
be
man.
fucking my crewmates than I would be fucking a random creature that I just found. Like these are guys
the
that are
problem
seeing
is
this
that
for the first time, and they're gonna be instantly like, I bet that thing is a pussy.
well, the problem is
That fucking tear.
you're those guys that you're supposedly gonna have sex with. They're gonna come back with you back to England or whatever.
Manatees
And
tell
what-
no tales.
I think they'd sooner talk about, hey, this guy fucked a sea creature than they would I fucked that guy, because then it's on them too.
Well, it's a
It's
secret
two-way
relationship.
secret. But if one guy fucks one of these, who's gonna?
Well, like,
you know,
well, he
everyone's
would do
gonna
it
talk
at
about
nighttime,
that.
and he said, "Look
At
away."
nighttime.
He said, "Look
Like, you
away."
don't just like beckon
It was-
manatees. Like
it
you're
was-
not just like on me, and they like come to you and fuck
They're
you.
incredibly docile. They have no natural defenses.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
is
still
that
have
a
to be able to
selling point?
see it and shit. It's probably daylight.
No, you
They
into
don't
the
have
water
fucking,
and they,
like,
they
lantern.
come they come to you and they go like, how can we what can we do to keep from getting hurt while you're in our territory? And
Your
they just
pleasure's our duty.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
they line up like one of those Eastern European brothels where it's just like a pussy like
Big
glory
three.
hole. Yeah,
Yeah.
They can pick
It's
a,
like
they
rush
line
hour,
up
yeah.
a giant phalanx of
Yeah.
pussy
Manatee
walls.
pussies.
Hey, everybody mounts up on our big.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably
fucking-
think they were fucking mermaids too if they mounted up and said, choose.
Choose your
one.
pussy.
Dude, I was at sea for 1 week and I went so goddamn boat crazy. I had to get pussy no matter where. Like you have to
It was
flip
a
that
boat
thing
cruise.
over to see the pussy too. You don't just like look at it and know it
Well,
has one.
this particular ship
would totally
left from port like in Jacksonville. Like it's not even from.
Yeah.
They've been in the boat for like 72 hours. Already stopping to fuck manatees.
Yeah.
We're almost
They
past
can
the
see
sandbar.
down. They
Yeah.
can see down. The lights are starting to pop up. It's nighttime. All right,
We're in
boys,
between the
let's
beach
go to
and the
manatees.
sandbar. Yeah, but I started
It's
to go
pretty
crazy.
dry
The
in the
heat-
sea.
I've got manatee fever. Oh my god, they're perfect lovers. They just
Yeah, nothing cools you
So
down like some
accommodating.
manatee pussy.
wouldn't you
man.
like?
It's like-
you
it's
have
like
to
eating a
hoist it up
popsicle in
into
the summer,
air.
man.
Like you can't go underwater and fuck this thing unless you're coming in like 2 seconds. Like how
Have
are
no
you gonna?
neck. You can't even. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. You're kind of at its whim. It's like fucking a couch. Like I guess you just like lay up on it.
Underwater though, you can't
Yeah.
breathe underwater. You're fucking like hold my breath and then come back up.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
I don't think anyone's
Maybe
ever
it floats
fucked
up
one
to
of
the
these.
top or
You
something.
don't think, dude? Come on. The world's a
Yeah, I
wild
know.
place. There has to be somebody that's
Somebody
fucking
tried.
manatee. Fuck somebody.
Somebody, come on, patrons.
Somebody, yeah.
One of you's fucked a manatee.
Yeah,
Come on, which
somebody in the
one?
audience, come on, fess
Come
up.
on, don't be bashful because it's a
Yeah.
badass thing to do.
It's really, yeah, it's really cool.
You're like an explorer.
If there's a single person in this audience that's fucked a manatee, that person is my hero. There's no way. There's no way. There's one.
Probably
I
one of the
doubt.
fucking people I met at Crater Clash. Fucked a
Crater
manatee.
Clash.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I rewatched some of those fights. Or
Again?
I watched some of them for the first time. The very
spot me in the
first
crowd.
fight with the bald guy versus Matt Watson.
Yeah.
That was
A massacre.
It was so
When we were
insane.
walking to our seats, that started. And for the
the
walk from like 30 feet from our seats to our seats, the fight was over and we sat
It was
down. I'm like,
22 seconds.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah.
Did you see it, Brian?
I don't think I saw it.
Dude,
No.
he just
Oh,
beat the
it's
shit
so
out of him.
great.
Yeah.
And what's great is like
All right,
it
let me
wasn't just a fast thing that looked cool, and then like have you ever like let's
What's
say
his
in a
name?
game
What's his
or
name? I can
whatever?
look it up.
Matt Watson and Dad.
Yeah.
I don't
Have you
even
ever,
think
like-
that. Oh, sorry, go on.
Have you ever like seen something cool in like a game or whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna like slow it down, and you're like, it's not that cool once it's slowed down. Matt Watson posted on his
Let's
YouTube
go,
channel the whole 22-second fight slowed down to like 1/5 speed or something like that.
Yeah,
And
30 seconds.
It's like comical, man. Like he gets punched and he like throws himself up on the ropes, and then he comes back and like the dad guy just goes like, he's running this way. I'm just gonna he left hooks him right in the face. Like it looks like it breaks his nose. Yeah, he gets fucked up.
Oh my god, I just Twittered Dad, and the first fucking thing that pops up is a video of a guy fucking another dude, and it says, my dad caught fucking me, but my whole
Is this
felt
that
so
guy?
good."
That guy's
And
like
it's just
insane. He's doing like
insane
fucking,
hardcore porn on. Yeah, no,
he's
and
like
also,
doing
I
like
don't-
weird, like crazy dancing and shit. He's like nuts.
Yeah, you can tell he
no,
knows what he's doing.
It's funny too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he was that big before it. Like, I don't know. I hadn't heard of like 90% of the people, but I don't think he was like, he's not like as big as you'd think for being at Creator Clash, you know?
Yeah.
And he was fucking like going ham. He was electric. And then the Peanut and them, they moved seats at one point, and I was talking to Mead and Devin, like, should we take their old seats? And I text Peanut, and he's like, yeah, you can take them if you want. Yeah, no, like it's something feels weird. And then that guy sat down in that seat like 4 minutes later, and like I would not want to be. in
Dude,
his
that
seat
looked
when he
like
walked over.
that looked like
I
a
mean, he's
drunken
fucking
dad
insane
beating up
looking.
his fucking son, dude. That was fucking absurd. He just went.
Yeah.
I think that's like his brand is like just insane energy or so. I don't know. Because afterwards, when you're sitting there, he was just running around dancing on everyone, and like he's basically like Fortnite emoting all around the place.
The dad guy?
Yeah, after
Oh,
he
man.
fought, like he came out and had so much energy still because his fight was over in like
It was like
15
1
fucking
second,
seconds.
yeah.
He probably did some fucking coke.
He looked like he did.
He
Yeah,
really
looked
did,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, I saw him coming out. I was like, dude, if that was me, I'd be winded by the time I got in
Dude,
the
they're
ring.
not drug testing
Yeah.
this. I'd be doing
Oh,
steroids
yeah.
leading up to it, and then
Oh,
I'd be
for
doing
sure.
an insane amount of coke right before it.
Yeah.
And
He's
PCP for like
41,
body
dude.
armor.
Yeah, I know. It showed up at first like he's 2 inches shorter and like 20 years older. I'm like, this guy's gonna get his ass kicked.
And he just fucking
And then he
demolishes
just
kid.
was, yeah.
Oh,
He does this combo on Matt
yeah.
where he fucking just
It
he
was
just
like a
does like
Tekken
back to
fucking-
back like haymakers to his ribs, and Matt's like, oh, it's for charity.
Yeah.
And then once he's
starts going to
done
the
just
face.
like beating his ribs, he just starts going back to back on his face, like
Yeah.
the most
Move- I'm
uncontested face punches I've ever seen.
I'm watching his intro, like I'm not
It was a
gonna
10-8
lie,
combo,
like
dude.
live, I'm like, this guy needs to fucking cool down a little. And I still like I wish I had that much energy. This guy's like 20 years older than me, he's got more life. But like he's definitely on some coke or something. I'm watching this, and all the comments are like, he moves like a cartoon, like he's awesome. This guy has done
Yeah,
some
see-
sort of insane drug.
Oh yeah.
And
Seeing someone move like a cartoon in video is funny, but seeing someone move like a cartoon in real life is unsettling.
It's fucking freaky, yeah.
It's a different vibe.
it was like I was like, this guy's cringe, and then he heard me and looked at me from 30 feet away. His eyes were his
Lasered
pupils
you.
were huge.
Brian, look at the ending to that fight. Did you see it in slow
He's
motion?
kind of fucking jacked.
I didn't
Yeah.
see the slow motion one, but I
Look-
saw.
look
I
at
saw,
that,
like, the
dude.
original.
He fucking cranks him in the
Oh my
stomach.
God!
It's the most brutal face punch.
Oh
He hits him in the forehead, like
yeah. Yeah, then he gets for the. He's like, bitch, guy, he's slipping some more. Oh my god,
man.
dude, he just does like the combo. He's just
You know what I
insane.
love the most about that dad guy is his his hair the whole time is flopping
Yeah,
around.
it's flopping around,
Like
yeah.
that movie
Insane.
Kingpin. Have you ever seen that movie?
The bowling movie?
Yeah, with Woody Harrelson and what?
I've never seen it, but I know about it.
You know about it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Bill Murray, as the like thing goes on, his like he's got a fucking insane comb over, and as the movie goes on, he gets more and more animated, and it just flops off, and he just doesn't give a fuck. Like it's just hanging on his shoulder the whole like the last 30% of the movie.
In this,
Yeah.
I wonder if I can spot myself in this dad fight or not. No, he's in the red corner most of it. We were like right behind the blue corner. Dude, yeah, Jesus Christ. I just watched it in real time. I mean, I saw it, I guess, with my eyes also, but this seems almost worse. Because where we were, the corner was a little in the way. Yeah, thanks a lot, Peanut and Carlos. Yeah, our free like $800 seats were the corner was a little in the way.
Yeah.
If you could have maybe gotten us taller seats that went above the ring, that would have been great. But wow.
Or
And then
told
this
us to
guy,
bring
I
stilts.
love too, this Matt Watson guy. He's from something, but like I saw him post that on Twitter, in every comment is so supportive. And he had a tweet that was like, yeah, I might have been knocked out in 20 seconds, but like I did something none of you will ever be able to do. Like I went up there and like it was like rang a little bit of cockiness. Like he seems like a funny, cool guy, but like, oh my God, if that was one of us that got knocked out in 20 seconds, we'd be getting shit on for like 20 years. Like,
Yeah, that would be
everyone's like,
never
you
hear the
had
end
the
of that.
balls to go in the ring and face. Like, he should be getting shit on a little.
A little bit.
Like,
He's
he
getting
looks so
tossed
unprepared.
around like a wet sock. Like
he
this
didn't
guy
even
is.
like land a hit in
No.
he's the first fight. Like, he should be getting a little bit of like, you got demolished. But I was so envious of his community. Everyone's like, you're a god. Like,
Oh no.
you
That's why-
went out there and you tried your hardest and like you had the balls to get in the ring. Like, he's fighting YouTubers. It's a different level of balls, like fighting YouTubers. I'd be like, well, granted, the amount of people watching adds another element to it.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like you're fighting like boxers. I mean, apparently this dad guy's like a fucking pro or something. Like, he did get a little fucked.
Holy
Like, this seems like a
shit.
mismatch.
No, it
Seems
was.
like he might have had some history of like that guy had some like serious aggression to let loose. That was so
You get on
one-sided.
Coke brain, you're gonna start swinging, yeah, and like
Yeah, it was so
it's
one-sided.
about momentum. He just
Yeah.
fucking he hit him
Came
once
out
and was
sprinting.
like, he hit him once and was like, this is a fucking nerd, and then he just beat the shit out of him. He
Fucking
just beat
training
him to
him.
a fall. And then
That's I was thinking about that with our audience and stuff, and I was like, if that fight ends up happening with Wubby,
that'd be so sweet.
I would have to murder him. There's no like it can't even be
You couldn't
close.
lose,
It can't
yeah.
be a draw. It can't be a loss with like where it's like a technical loss where they just count up the points. It
You
would
can't even,
these
you can't
people
even
would
win with a
fucking.
TKO. It has to be a full ass knockout.
It has to be a fight like this, 22 seconds, or else they'll even find something to bitch about. They'll be like, oh, my, you couldn't fucking like, oh, you had to just do a Hail Mary because you're scared or some shit.
Yeah.
They would find like a negative thing out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You could even have like a Rocky level fight, and they'd be
Yeah.
like, pussy.
I could do an
Fucking-
uppercut where like Wubby like goes a horizontal.
You could do like
Congrats.
a fucking Mario spin uppercut. Like,
Yeah.
Yahoo! And they'd
fucking
And
still be
somehow
like,
gross.
slow motion, like
you looked
somehow,
like a
yeah.
fairy when you did that. Okay, so
Wow.
Matt Watson is from something called Super Mega. I've
Oh,
heard
yeah,
of.
yeah.
And then
Super
the other
Mega.
guy on Super Mega was also in the fight.
They fought each
like
other?
No. They didn't fight each other. He fought the David Dobrik friend. Jesus Christ. The whole time I was like, who are these people? And Omid was like, he knew a little more. Devin and I were so out of the fucking loop. But the other guy in Super Mega had like the best fight of the night. It's the one that went the entire time. And they were just,
Yeah, they were
beating the
evenly
shit-
matched.
They were
I
beating
saw
the shit
that.
out of each other like the entire fight, which is so much more fun to watch than people that know how to box. Really, like
Brian,
Yeah.
they were
imagine this dad fight, but with two dads. Like it was
Yeah, they were
like,
just going
guys
at it.
just-
and like,
Oh, I
they
gotta
were
see
like
this
and
one.
also the refs. I thought they were gonna stop it a couple times. They didn't, which was fucking awesome. Like it
They
just
wanted
went
blood.
on. Like at any moment, you're like, these guys have got it. They were so gassed, but It was a really
the
good
other
fight.
guy from Super Mega, right? And
Yeah,
that way
I
he
think
said
it's
it's called?
Ryan, I think is his
Yeah.
name.
There's a moment where he gets dazed, and you can tell he does like that thing where he's like he does like a head shake. And he's like, snap back into it.
Oh,
Immediately went back into swinging.
Oh, is Super Mega a podcast?
they're like a.
I think they're like
I
an
thought they were
overall
a gaming channel, right?
way more
Or like a
more better
comedy
version of
sketch
us.
group,
Yeah.
right? Is that what this is?
I think they do music and they have a podcast.
Let's see.
Oh, better than us. Music and a podcast. Yeah, well,
Oh, by the way,
we get
speaking
more
of
views sometimes. Situationally more
Yeah,
views.
every once in a while.
We should all three be in the next Creator Clash as a. Oh, they should do like a.
Oh, okay.
They should do it as like a more glammed up thing where maybe Brian and
Less
I can be on each
rules.
other's shoulders. Yeah, like wackier.
No. They send the three of us in and they go,
We're like ice
Sam, you have to
climbers.
fight Poob. Poob, you can't swing back at Sam. Poob, you have to fight Brian. Brian, you have to fight Sam.
No blocking allowed. No defense.
It's just swinging.
Dude,
Just swinging.
that'd be so great though if we all ended in a three-way knockout punch and we all
Yeah.
fell backwards. That'd be.
That's like the human equivalent of like bumper cars.
And at
That's
the
just
end of it,
fucking
after
insanity.
like 5 rounds, Stalt gets to come out and hit each one of us as hard as he can. If it knocks you out, you lose. Stalt wins.
you have to survive a full strength, full
one
rusted
full
punch.
Stalt punch to my forehead would probably knock my head off, but I don't know.
Especially after what, like fucking 7 minutes of running around or something.
After
10
5
minutes.
rounds of no defense, just getting punched in the head by Sam.
The back of the head.
Yeah,
You're running.
illegal
I'm
punches.
chasing.
Oh, there's blood coming out of my eyes. Oh, feel good. And you're just like, you don't get the block. You don't get the block.
That's terrifying once one person gets knocked out because then the other person just
Just running.
to do. They're just running.
Yeah, they should do a Creator Clash triathlon. That's biking, running, swimming. Yeah, that'd be
Jesus
so
Christ.
fun to watch.
You know how we were gonna do music for that D&D thing?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God you guys haven't made your songs yet either. I need a guitar, so I don't want to spend $1,000.
Dude, I thought it was gonna be so easy. I was like, oh, that fucking idiot Shiro does it. Like I could fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then I got all the instruments and I sat there and was just like, I have no talent. Oh my God. I don't
I
even
thought that was the point.
I don't even know what a song is.
I can
I
make
sat
one
there.
note out of this recorder and it goes. It's the worst song I've ever heard.
I sat there and the only time I thought I hit pay dirt, I was like, oh, we got it, baby. We're doing it. I felt like Amadeus, dude. I was sitting there like writing up this song. And then it turns out, I was like, wait, I know this from somewhere. It's the fucking default theme from Harry Potter.
You fucking,
Dude, I actually remade all of Jay-Z's discography.
I did not get that.
99 problems put and I did D&D
That's when it
remixes of
hits
rap
you.
songs.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cringy. Oh, that's a great idea though.
That's called nerdcore,
Remixes
right?
of it's
Oh.
dude, it's like a
don't do
area
it.
of rap. I forgot that was even a thing. Nerdcore, like they have like what nerd metal? I don't know.
Oh my
It's
God.
got a-
Steve
it's got a
listens
more-
to that shit.
It's got a more cohesive name than that. I don't think it's nerd metal, but it's like a couple songs from Rainbow
New metal.
and like fucking Led Zeppelin sound like it, but in a cool way.
Yeah.
And then now there's like math rock where it's just like, what's the most like? It's like Mario Kart minion music where it's like, wow, technically this guy is shredding, but there's not a drip of soul in this song. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like the most
Very
mechanical,
technical.
Yeah.
technical like. And then like the rap
Arpeggios,
ones are
man.
like people rapping about Zelda and shit, and it's like I hope someone
That's not
shoots
the
you with a
nerd
gun.
shit that's lame to me. Is the stuff that's lame to me is like the theatrical, almost like not it's specifically
Hamilton.
black metal, but the theatrical metal where it's like Steve used to listen to this shit and fucking irritate. I think Sir Winter listens to it too. It's like pirate metal or like Viking metal.
Okay, well, but with the exception being that one song from The Departed that's like, I lost my leg. That's like
from Dropkick Murphys. That's not the same shit. That's like some fucking weird ass like punk metal band. No, these people will do nothing but make songs about like, oh, the briny deep. Oh,
yeah.
like, just make like, oh my
God, I haven't heard the word briny in so long. I forgot that was a description.
They all talk like fucking Mr. Krabs apparently.
And I was counting me doubloons.
And then it's just nothing but like insanely like organs and guitars and shit, and it's fucking lame. It's like the worst
fiddles,
music,
probably.
they put fiddles in there for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna need patrons, guys. Tell your friends to get the patron, please. I need so much more money to buy my Roland AX Edge guitar.
By the way, guys,
I can make theme music for D&D.
Father's Day is coming up. Patron access makes a great Father's Day gift.
Also, patrons, my birthday is next week. And
also, my dad's birthday is next week.
It's not about your dad next week. It's about me.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like for my dad, like so I can buy him a present and get the patron.
I was just in Kentucky this weekend with my aunt whose birthday it was, and she kept going, "It's my birthday weekend. What about baby? What about, on Tuesday? What's that? Too late for throw me in there?"
By the way, like how am I like it's now you've waited too long. I can't get you a fucking present. It's in like 4 days.
Yeah.
You could try. You could get
it took too long. I'm not getting you shit.
Get him a Bitcoin.
Fuck you.
But my parents forgot about my birthday and everyone forgot about. I'm gonna do a big sympathy stream. I was talking about this with my friends, and by the time this podcast comes out, I guess it will come out before my birthday probably, or on my birthday, but I want to have one of my friends, like I'm going to be like, oh yeah, like I guess I'll stream on my birthday. My family forgot and I'll do all this. And then I have one of my friends calls my dad and be like, oh my God, guys, like my dad, like he remembered. And I'm going to like, I got to mute. And I'm going to like accidentally not mute. And it'll just be my friend like bitching me out about like, did you fucking like change the laundry? Or like, something mundane. Yeah. And I'll be all sad. And then I'll rack up a ton of donos. And then I'll have my other friend calls my mom. And I'll be like, oh my God, I think she finally remembered. And there'll be, some like, have you done your taxes? If you done your taxes, I want to kick your ass. Blah, blah, blah. And then that should get me probably so much goddamn sympathy, raids, hosts, donos, subs.
Maybe.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Or you might be one of those guys that's streaming on his own birthday, which is a fucking.
Yeah, no, it's a Tuesday. So it's like, I could go to $2 Tuesday at the bars. I'm going to hang out with my friends that night, probably. It doesn't, I'm turning 24. Like, what's the occasion? It's the beginning of the end. It really doesn't matter.
At least you're having that mindset. Like, Abby's like 31, and she's like, why? Yeah, she's like, why didn't you rent me out like a giant, like the Civic Center and like
you get a warehouse?
Why didn't you get Maroon 5 to play at my birthday? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like you've had like a million of these things now. Like it shouldn't.
I've never had one good one before. I'm never gonna have a good one in the future. I'm starting to rack it up. So I guess show up to my stream on Tuesday if you want, but I probably will just be sitting there fucking playing Civ or something. Maybe I'll get my virtual friends to hang out with me that day. I don't remember what else I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's unlikely.
When's your dad's birthday?
I just remembered I would get out of school and then my mom would ship me off down to his house for his birthday.
The same birthday.
I think it's May 30th.
Mine's it's not doxing to say your birthday too much. I mean, you wouldn't normally, but I've already done it I've done birthday streams. So if you really cared, you'd find out. But my birthday's the 31st. You can bleep that Stalt if you have better discretion.
With the birth,
that means your dad and I. Really sorry. I haven't had a Corona in a while, and it's something about the bubbles in it. Your dad and I are both. We share a zodiac,
Oh shit!
yeah?
Wow.
This is not that Zodiac. I bought this off the bidding site. It is one I am not a part of. But girls at the bar go, "Oh my god, you're an Aquarius." Sure. You like that?
Whatever you say,
Which feeds into the Gemini lies. Yeah. If that, which one gets you wettest? Yeah. Which one eats pussy the best? Like you're a manatee. Yeah, that's what I say. And then they're like, it doesn't matter what sign you are. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. You have soft manatee pussy, or are you a bitch?
Is your pussy like super soft, like a manatee?
Does it look like rock, or is it like regular human pussy? Oh, human pussy again? Oh, really? I can't find a girl with a great pussy to fucking save my life, dude.
Yeah. And if you get it looking the way of a manatee, it's never on that beautiful gray wall.
No.
You know, it's always like tucked away in a really inconvenient spot between legs.
Fuck a manatee like in a swimming pool, like a gray pool. And that way it's just a sea of gray and a fucking wall pocket pussy.
And one soft pussy right in the middle. Yeah.
Like sticking your dick in the
It's
jets.
like fucking eternity. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh.
Man. Yeah, those things seem tight.
Literally. Yeah. There's a better descriptor. They seem
like
super
soft.
Yeah, so soft.
Pillowy.
So pillowy. Yeah, it's like banging my couch, which is what I meant it for.
Have you ever seen girls that use those like fucking like pussy pumps?
That can't be a thing.
Oh my god, Brian!
Yeah,
Brian, what do you mean those?
Yeah.
You've been dating one girl your entire life. What do you mean those girls that use pussy pumps?
Well, because there's photos and videos out there on the old internet. So I see photos and videos.
What kind of porn are you watching where they have to show you the pussy pump beforehand? That should be like a secretive behind the scenes. That should not be
if a girl just pulls one out, I'm gonna be like, all right, either you have a pussy pump or someone stung your pussy with a bunch of bees.
Yeah, it looks like
porn are you watching or what?
It looks like clown lips. It's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, that's what a manatee's pussy looks like. It's soft. You know, it looks
I didn't even know that was a technology until 10 seconds ago. And now
they got a penis pump, just shorten it up and put it on a pussy.
What are you talking about? Because why would I type porn on Google and I like what context are you seeing this? All these
pussy pumps or pussy pumping. Yeah.
Oh man,
fully pumped pussy.
What does it do?
You want me to show you what it does?
It just makes it swollen.
I don't want to see,
just makes it like swollen. It's just like it's just the same thing as a penis pump, right? Because it's
what is a penis pump? I only know what a penis pump is because Austin
Powers. You put on your wiener.
Am I gonna have to post this thing? This freak pussy?
When you use a penis pump, you fill it up like a balloon, and your penis just gets air in it. And it goes huge.
You basically, if you put your
penis in it, I don't know what a penis pump does. I guess
it just,
I know
it makes it like it's like a vacuum on your dick. Yeah.
Dude, Jesus Christ.
That's the most unflattering photo.
Put that up, fucking blow that up big for the people at home.
It looks like an axe wound. That is.
Let me tell you something. Where the penis pump it really doesn't change the whole aesthetic of a penis at all. A pussy pump seems to irritate it a lot.
It makes it look insane.
There's never a happy pussy that's gone through one of those things. They always look angry. Everything's all angry.
What is a penis? Don't put a picture, but penis.
Imagine an erect penis.
That's it. So is it like a Viagra alternative?
Okay. That apparently is also part of the same family.
Okay.
Whoa, that lady's got like a.
It looks.
That's worse.
What the hell is going on?
That's a prolapse pussy.
It looks like a piranha plant from Mario, dude. It looks fucking horrifying.
That's like alien technology.
Bro.
All right, I'll give her that one.
She did that one, and then she was so happy about it. She was like, "Honey, go get the tape measure."
Tape measure. This one's a big one.
Why would you even want to
go measure my pussy?
Why would you even want to have sex with that dude? That's bigger than some.
How
that was
often can you be
her
all the
pussy-
way into a pussy without
Her
being inside a person?
Pussy was longer than some of your penises. That
Yeah,
was
that's what I'm
insane.
saying. Your cock can be all the way in her without being in her at all.
Yeah.
Why is that better? I never
It's
when
better. I'm
I'm
saying, like,
fucking someone, I'm never like, I wish I was fucking you outside of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever just go like, hey, this is why not?
Can you please blow your pussy up like a balloon?
Yeah, go to town on that thing. Why not?
If I was a woman and I looked down and that's what my vagina looked like, I'd be horrified. That was like medically alarming looking. That was like unnaturally.
Well, that's why
I
you
don't
don't
imagine
see.
just air would do that. I think she
It's
got
not air;
stung
it's
by a
lack of
bee.
air.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then that changes
They
everything.
suck.
Yeah, it's
suck
like
it
a
up.
Pussy can be 4 inches long outside of you, protruding like a rose. Okay.
Yeah, because it like suctions.
Oh,
it
okay, it
it
sucks
sucks
out
it
there.
out. Yeah.
And then it's like gasping. The pussy's like goes outside of the body looking for air.
Yeah. The actual pussy itself.
Yeah. It's like, oh Christ, that probably
It
makes the
does
loudest
suffocate it like
squeak
lice.
noise in the world when you do that.
Oh, for
shit.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But because you don't actually think that's attractive or anything is the same reason why you don't think manatees are mermaids. If maybe
They just look like really
maybe if you
bad
looked at that
CGI
and got a
creatures.
little bit of a chub, you might look at a manatee and go like, ooh.
The manatee pussy is not protruding. It's just gray and on an animal.
So you're saying manatee pussy looks way better than pussy pump pussy?
The second picture, yeah, I'd say
The
manatee.
second-
Yeah, but I don't
Okay.
think Christopher Columbus was. Those were his two options.
No,
Dude's an
No,
explorer.
it was even worse. It was not even
It was
blown out
nothing,
pussy.
yeah.
He just had manatee pussy or these sailors that he came over with that haven't had a shower in a long time.
Can
Yeah.
swim off the stink any day. Christ, that
Yeah, and when they went to go swim it off, they're like, "Hey, Chris, instead of
You
me
don't- you
popping
don't
back in
think
the
they
ship and
brought,
fucking,
like,
why don't
back
we
then,
just fuck
you don't
these
think
manatees?"
they were like grab a couple girls for the boat ride?
You would think
They
that
did
but
not bring any
Christianity was all the rage back then.
Christianity does not keep people from doing horrible things.
Yeah, yes, it does. That's why everything back in the day was so much better than it is now.
Well, yeah, of course it does. But in the Crusades and everything badass, I've been playing a lot of Civ lately.
Yeah,
I've been trying out the religious route. It is sweet. Yeah, just spreading it, starting wars because of it, stuff like that.
holy wars.
Holy wars.
Yeah, so it takes some of the stink off because if you just start a war,
Yeah, it does in the
Yeah.
game too. It's like you don't suffer diplomatic issues if it's because of your religion.
yeah, if it's because of old JC,
If it's because they're different than you religiously, that's fine. But if they're different in another way, that's horrible. And
yeah,
you're a warmonger. Who would you guys declare war on if you were head of
if
the
I
United
was
States?
if I was the United States,
No, you can be your own independent civilization. Let's put you somewhere around Madagascar area.
oh
Let's say a
man,
country the size of the United States, right by Madagascar. What would
am I landlocked or am I like out there? Am I an island like
you're
them?
Australian? Like
Oh, I'm my own thing. Okay.
you're your own continent and
Oh,
country.
that's definitely. I mean, come on. Like you don't declare war. You got natural borders. You just be a trade guy at that point. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna have war with anybody. I'm just gonna have a strong ass navy. That's it.
Yeah, I've found that's how the game plays most of the time. I haven't been able to successfully declare war on anyone. I just
Now, if you were like, all right, Sam, you're Democratic Republic of the Congo, and you're surrounded on all sides by people that aren't the same religion as you, or whatever.
and
The
then even
fuck's-
that scares you.
yeah, they're not the same tribe or whatever, and you have to fight through them. 3,000 miles of fighting until you can get to the coast where there's some of that delicious manatee pussy we've heard so much about. I would.
It's all the rave these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. This is circa 1986 in the Congo is when my civilization is at its peak. Words just gotten to us from Christopher Columbus that manatee pussy is pretty dope.
Is it
Took a couple hundred years.
dope as shit.
And we immediately start a warpath like Sherman, just fucking blitzkrieg to the coast. That's what I'd do. I'd probably just make a channel or just cut my way to the
It's
beach.
like a 1 foot wide river.
Yeah.
dig it straight to the ocean.
Straight to the ocean.
Wherever I am right now, I'm gonna start chopping fucking with a shovel.
Yep. I'd make a Panama Canal, but at the widest part of Africa, the hardest part.
Holy shit!
Make a giant canal, and then I'll charge people a huge tax. And then what's funny though is the Panama Canal is such a short distance. You just go in there and pop out and go out the other side after you go through customs or whatever and pay your dues. But this one is going to be so long that people will run out of gas halfway across. But I'll have a convenient, nice little gas station halfway.
Manatees,
like Hard Rock casinos and shit.
It'll be like a Hard Rock cafe with a gas station that has insane prices. It'll be last gas for the next 1,000 miles because you chose the worst canal ever built. Yeah. The second half of this journey is really treacherous, though, because I cut this canal out of 4 other countries that I'm at war with. So you're going through angry territory on the way through.
People are shooting the shit out of you with bows and shit. But there's a couple spears on the side of your bow by the time you're done. A little off topic. We can get right back to your canal.
Oh man, that was gonna carry this.
Have you, and I'm not gonna let it go. Have you played Civ before? I never had until this week, and now I'm kind of hooked. But Civ 6 with the Platinum Edition on Steam is $14 right now instead of 150. I would recommend buying it because we're trying to get a big game going with Devin, Omid,
That
Peanut.
will take an eternity, dude.
I was thinking the same thing, and I'm
I mean, we'll never get it done, but we were just gonna play at some point, so I'd check it out.
the problem is
you be funny in that game.
You guys do
there's the Platinum Edition bundle, right?
During the day while you're
you guys. I feel like every time I try to do something with Devin, he's like, "All right, I'm up. I'm getting showered."
You could get Devin at any point of the day if you wanted.
I feel like he usually coasts in around 2 p.m. and I'm like, dude, I got a couple hours before I gotta go, and you can't get shit done on a Civ game in a couple hours.
Carlos and Peanut are also in California time, which is whatever earlier, so it's even harder. But we do miss those party game days. We long for them.
Devin brought that up too.
Yeah, you used to herald them. And now you go, I thought everyone hated him every goddamn time.
Oh, wait, you want to hear something kind of funny?
What, did Devin say that?
No. Oh, yeah, he did actually bring up that exact same thing. He's like, we should do that again. I was like, we actually set up a prop night. That's what we're going to play. As a possible. It's like a prop hunt game, but it's like a party game.
Yeah, I know of it. When you set this
prop
up,
night?
what the fuck? You go over my head?
Did you not want that? No, we were just like, we should. Devin's like, I want to play that, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I have it on my wish list, and we were talking about it today.
Yeah, it's actually hilarious.
Why was that your idea?
No, but I have brought that up to him before. Like, this new prop game. This looks fun. He's like, fuck you, shut up, bitch. The guy's
that
a
sounds
traitor.
like him, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
he's so two-faced.
You want to hear something kind of funny within that friend group? So remember how I told you to go to this is like a Patreon exclusive, so it's not that bad. I told you to go on that gamer hole thing and ask Z-Chum about that invitation for their wedding that's happening.
Yeah.
Well, you never were able to do it, right? And so I was like, man, that's
really awkward.
I know. I was like, well,
I don't put myself in awkward situations. So now
I love awkward situations.
You thrive in them.
Shit.
Yeah,
I love them.
I like them to a degree. Sorry, let me correct myself. I like them when they're at the expense of other people, kind of.
Oh no! I like them the other way around a little bit. So
no shit. Nobody. Wait, you like being in the awkward scenario?
Well, like,
don't forget what you were just gonna say. But I literally had this talk yesterday with some friends because they were like, "Dude, do you remember when that girl was over with she was came home with one of our friends, and I said something horribly awkward about describing someone dying or something, and it I've done that so many times historically where I'll just kill the mood with random people, and I think that's so funny because I'm doing it for my friends. I'm doing it because I know they'll think it's funny, and the random people are like, what the fuck? So to that degree I think it's hilarious. But
I was about to say, there is some moments where you're doing it for a hidden audience within your audience.
Yeah.
But in this particular moment, I was my own audience.
Okay.
I was the only person
Were you
that got
talking to
enjoyment.
C-Chum?
Yeah, I was talking to
And
C-Chum.
you were like, where the fuck's my invite?
No, and better than
kicking
that,
and
I made
screaming.
a video. So it was premeditated as fuck. And it is the most uncomfortable video to sit through. It takes so long. I sent him like a 4-minute video. Hey, buddy. Everybody's been talking about like all my friends, you know, Devin, Omid, Poob. Everybody's been talking about this wedding. And I just sit there and stare at the camera for like 30 seconds because I know he's just sitting there going like, oh, fuck me. Oh, my God.
He's like tweedling his fingers.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Thumbs.
And I'm like, I guess my invitation got lost in the email. You know, that happens. Sometimes they lose it.
Oh, it probably got sent to spam.
Yeah. And then I just wait a long time. I do like another like 10 second stare and I go like, yeah, it's probably just lost in the mail. And then I just like, and then that's the end of the video. And he like, I thought he would see it and just be like, God, this guy's fucking weird. Like something like that. He sends me like a heartfelt response. He's like, dude, I'm sorry. We just don't know each other that well. Like,
Oh my God. He took it
I'm not gonna invite you. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't think you liked me. I was like, oh no. Well, you know what? God, I wish I could have just seen his face watching it. Yeah, that's the reaction I wanted. Was just as like, oh God.
I felt like I got one of those invites almost where it's just a little like pity, but I'll take it up. Free food and music. You got to RSVP. You wouldn't know about this, but you get to request songs. I request a bunch of like ridiculous wedding because he told me beforehand like. My wife or fiance will be the one handling all these, and like she has no idea who I am. She just knows I like got an RSVP, so I like request a bunch of like really hardcore fucking rap songs. And then it was like, any special concerns? I'm like, I have horrible night terrors while I'm like during my waking hours. Like I am screeching and squealing like 90%
so you
of
need
the
to
time.
Keep the volume like really low.
Keep
the wedding at a minimum.
First I had to think about like, and I'm gonna need ramps everywhere, and I deleted that. Yeah, like ramps.
I have a fear of like projectiles, so you can't throw the bouquet or anything.
I'm not like disabled or anything. I just think a ramp is the best way to walk in an incline. It's a more subtle, gradual rise, and I think that's better. Well,
anyways, can you FaceTime me like while you're at
look,
in the whole thing?
dude, if I even fucking get there, I haven't bought my ticket, or like 10 times C-Chump's been like, Omid, Devin, Poob, like, you guys need to book your room because they're filling up. And every time we're like, all right, well, let's do it tomorrow, guys. And like, we are no closer to booking. Like they blocked out like a little hotel or something. I'm no closer to getting that. But I need it to work because I'm not going to Amsterdam TwitchCon for this. So, it better be a really good wedding. Yeah.
If they're if they're like up there at the altar and then they look out on the crowd and they see you sitting there with
I'll bring my iPad.
Yeah.
I'm also in a suit, like I'm full action, like I'm attending
in a nicer suit.
I've upstaged him at his own wedding via FaceTime. You gotta bring the iPad.
I will straight up like maybe not while they're doing their vows, just to not be a nuisance. But it apparently I think Aqua and Wellen are going, so I'll FaceTime you during that and be like, look.
That's not
Sam's in my phone.
Hey,
guys,
when you bring me over to
invite.
Wellen, hold the thing up and like down at him, so he looks like a little boy looking up.
Would you even have gone if you got an invite?
No.
You wouldn't. Oh
yeah, I didn't want to go. I just wanted
It just feels nice to be invited. I
wanted the power of rejection. I just wanted him to invite me and beg me.
And then go, no.
Nah, I got better things
me
to
and
do.
Devin got one like a month before me. So that's why I was like, well, I'm not going to get one. That's why I started planning TwitchCon. And I like even was buying shit for TwitchCon Amsterdam. And then Omid was like, I'm sure if I said something, you could get an invite. I'm like, I don't like, that's not how a wedding works. Like, I don't want to be like added on as an extra feature to this wedding. Like,
no, I want to go to him in person and like beg for it in DMs.
Yeah, I want to kiss his ring. I want to kiss his ring. I want to kiss his feet. I want to beg.
Yeah.
No, it's like, well, like worst case, I get to go to TwitchCon Amsterdam and like I'm jonesing. I'm dying to go to the country for the first time. Like I want to use my passport. And then he sent me the dreadful, do you want to come to my wedding? And I'm like, oh my God, you're such
You don't
a
have to
dick.
tell me, dude. I've heard this story because Omid got his, and then like the month or whatever passed, and then you got yours. And I was like, oh, so they're coming down the line pretty slow. And I knew the time was coming up, so I went out and got a tailored suit and everything.
5
and
piece.
I was, yeah. I got a cummerbund and everything. And then
like a tricorn and
of course, a shoulder cape, everything.
Like pauldrons. Pauldrons, I mean.
Yeah, so I got the full thing, and then the invitation never showed up, and that's what was. It's just been kind of a financial burden to me.
Royal Admiral outfit, and you're like, what the fuck? Am I even am I showing up on a boat or not? Like, you had the boat and everything and a crew. And you had fucked like 20 manatees on the way up.
Could I get like a full ass, like full military regalia, like outfit with like the general, you know, they have like the full, like, wait, is that illegal? Like, is someone going to beat me up
I don't think that's illegal.
If you don't, as long as you don't pretend like you are.
Yeah,
Stolen valor is when you're acting like you're a fucking chump on the battlefield. Like I'm talking about, I'm wearing like 5-star general
when you're like
shit.
trying to get a discount.
Like if you walked in that suit and try to get like discount movie tickets, then
or if you even get one high five, I think it's like stolen valor.
Yeah,
dude, there's a tricorn on the bidding site with a tricorn carrying case from 1906, and I'm gonna go for it hard. I mean, if a top hat doesn't fit my head, a tricorn surely won't. But
dude, I was very close to buying the actual Humphrey Bogart fedora that he uses in Casablanca, like the actual manufacturer.
What? Why?
I had like a dumb bit I was gonna do for like an old like admin from 1950s. I ended up doing it with just wait, where's this thing at? I went
oh
out,
my God, that's why it's called Mad Men.
Yeah, because I went and got a pipe for it. This is actually a cool ass pipe.
Oh, you want to see a cooler
way
pipe?
better. Yeah, that one's way better.
Cooler.
No, yours is old as shit. Mine's like brand ass new.
This is Austrian. Look at this. Look at this little dog.
Dude,
it comes with a stand and a dog. But this is the one I said I tried. Oh fuck!
I fucking threw mine away.
I tried
Mine's worthless now.
Yeah.
I tried to smoke out of it.
Jackass.
No, it smells like 100-year-old
my
man.
new Civic. Oh yeah, look at my Rolls Royce.
I brought this up before. You knew I had this.
Look at my fancy pipe dog.
I bought a 3-pack of pipes off that site. This was just the best one.
Look, if you know I have something nice and you come up to me and go like, hey, look at my new thing, I'm not gonna like pull out my nicer thing.
Yes, you would. 100 and a million %. If I pulled out a fucking, I don't know, a mannequin or something, you go, but look at this. It's just human
if we're
nature.
going mannequin style, then yeah, of course I'm.
I just thought I wasn't trying to upstage you. I was just trying to join in. I have a pipe 1 inch away from me. I'm not gonna not pull it.
I don't feel joined in. I feel trumped.
Well, you shouldn't feel because it's a little.
You got like a little. It's got a little hat.
Yeah,
you got a pipe with a hat. It's got a little trap door.
This one. When I even just suck on it a little,
I don't know.
It tastes like a 2,000-year-old hermit died smoking this thing. It tastes very, 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 very old, and I'm afraid to. I wanted to first put a little bit of weed in there and smoke it. I think if I smoked out of this, I'd sort of inhabit some sort of curse. Yeah. Because I've definitely bought a lot of cursed items, but I don't risk it. You know, I put the cursed top hat on the cursed boar. You know, I keep them to themselves. I don't eat it. I don't smoke it. But this, I want to smoke so much. But it will certainly be instant curse. Maybe a curse and a boon.
You know, I went to buy this for my stupid admin bit.
Yeah, well, it's a gay, dumbass, fucking suck pipe compared to mine. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
trying
anyways,
to
I
one up
bought
you,
this from like
but
the poor guy's pipe store or whatever, like
Yeah.
dog shit pipes.
Yeah, yours looks like it's
Pipes
plastic,
are
dude. It
us,
looks like
yeah.
3D printed, dude.
It's like supposed to be a nice pipe. It was the nicest pipe he had. It was
like
like
a fucking
it was like
acorn.
it was like $50-something. I
Is it
think.
corn cob?
No, it's he had corncob pipes there. But
$50
this guy,
pipe.
of course, he's like a pipe dude that runs like it's also like a tobacco store or whatever. So he's like a Turkish guy, and he like demanded
As they do, I guess.
as
I
they
don't know.
do,
Yeah.
and as soon as I walked in, I was like, I have like no idea what the hell I'm doing. I just want to preface that I just need to buy a pipe and be able to smoke it for like a little bit thing I'm doing. And he's just like, okay,
What's
you
a
come
bit?
in here. Yeah. This
He
guy
probably
fucking
didn't know what the
like
fuck he said.
he set me up with this fucking thing.
You too bit. And he's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is this guy
Yeah.
saying?
Do you want a pipe? Like,
Well, he set me up with all this stuff, right? And then and sent me on my way. And then I had to like I was trying to like work it. I don't know how to work this shit because I'm from the future, dude.
It's like the
I
one of the
really
most basic.
You hit a button and then you
There's
draw
no-
in
there's
the
no
goods.
caveman shit, dude.
It's more simple than what you're just now.
No, it's
smoking.
not more simple. This you hit a button and suck on it real hard.
That you just, it's got one hole to suck and one hole to
Yeah.
put shit in.
Yeah, but
What do you think you do?
yeah, but this is just the sucking hole
And a button press.
and a button.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
That's like
okay.
digital shit. It's insane.
Lighting a pipe is more difficult for tobacco. Is more difficult than you're lighting on. I watched an entire video of these people. They come. Hold on, I got like a little pick that comes with it. It's in my bag of tobacco. There's like a little pick thing, and you have to like you stuff it in, but you can't stuff it too hard. You can't stuff it. You gotta just
Well,
like
you need
tamper it in.
airflow.
You need airflow, and then you do it enough until you have kind of like some resistance when you draw on it, and then you do a false light where you light it and do some draws on it, but then the stuff expands because it's burning and it'll go out on its own. Then you take the little tamper and you go tuk, 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 and you tamp it down in there, and then you light it a second time. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm
Oh,
like,
they don't do that. They
the
don't.
whole
in the
time my
package is
eyes
more
are just like,
advanced.
I got
They just
smoke
go-
going in my eyes. I can't fucking see. And I'm like, and Abby's like, what are you doing now? It's fucking smoke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call a firefighter. I'm scared.
What's this like fucking thing's going on? And then she found out that I took fucking mushrooms on the hiking trip. I'm on thin ice around here, dude. She's fucking pissed.
Why
What'd
did you
she
tell her that,
say?
you moron? You
Well,
idiot,
because
you
she
fool.
saw Sensei Fruit's beautiful artchoartwork.
She just not
You
a
could've
choose
deductive
anything.
skills.
And
It's
she knows
nature.
she's like, what the heck's everybody's popping out of a mushroom for? And you know,
It's nature. We're in nature.
Yeah, like,
Damn.
yeah, it's
We
nature.
found
I mean,
Mark,
I'm
we-
not gonna go ahead and just be forthcoming with information that I know is gonna get me in
Tell the
trouble.
truth. It's better. to tell
But
the
if
truth.
she's gonna ask me like that, I was like, all right, here we go. I was like, Bizzle force fed me much. They held me down and force fed me
If
much.
I'm gonna be
Okay,
truthful, I'll be
yeah.
truthful. They literally fucking put these in my mouth when I
They
was
said
asleep.
they said they were
Yeah.
gonna
Made
kill
me chew
me
them up.
if I didn't
And
eat
then
it.
suspiciously, she all of a sudden watched the hiking video without telling me.
Because the devil, I just got a Sensei DM.
No, wait, did she
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah, she's like, yeah, I watched it, and then she was watching like the podcast follow up.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
we did. I was like, oh, no,
she
she's
knows
doing-
exactly how
You got-
insane you went.
Oh no,
You gotta
she's
get her
like,
some busy work, man. She's doing some fucking Columbo shit.
I can't find enough
Figure that-
shit for her to do because
Oh
you
my
know
God.
she's like a robot. You give her like tasks and stuff, she'll do them. But if you can't tell her like, hey, you do like a like
Hey,
this,
you should tell her to run some Papa Poob merch stores. And shit.
Yeah.
she would
Yeah,
whip that
She's a little
shit up,
robot.
dude. I'm telling you.
Just put some shit on her plate. I need you. Tell her to get you into the next creator class. She'll probably fucking find a way to.
Yeah.
I need to figure out
Get
how
you
to
her-
do that.
You need
Yeah.
to. You need to make that happen so that I can be front row and watching it.
Front
That's
row, you're
really-
in my
That's all it is,
corner.
right?
You're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
corner.
watch.
Well,
Yeah,
oh,
no.
yeah, even better view. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to get a marginally better seat each creator class. I'm never going back.
The
to
next
No,
creator
you-
class, you're gonna be in the fucking ring. Dude. You're gonna be a fighter.
I just want to
That's
be
the
underneath
natural
the rope.
progression.
Like,
Front row, then you're gonna be in the corner
ring.
cutting my eye and stuff with the razor in between rounds.
oh,
Dousing
you're
me
doing
with
the
like
little,
the
yeah, the little.
yeah.
I've watched enough matches. Yeah, I could definitely pseudo get you with some Vaseline, get you with a little bit of water in the hair and then in the mouth, like a
Get
journal.
no, shit ton of
No,
blood
we gotta
capsules
do
so
all
he
the
can
fake
explode.
stuff. Instead of that, instead of you like coaching me on like get in this garden and everything, what you'll do is you'll come up there and you'll just be like, all right, I'm coming in, and you'll go and I'll be, and it'll be like,
Yes, they'll do training.
training.
Yes,
Yeah.
Three Stooges. What would you do?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
I
with the
remember
refs
that.
like, can he keep fighting? I'm like, hold on, let me check. And I'd go in if you block it, you can keep fighting. If you don't, you're done.
Yeah.
With the big boxing glove, yes.
Yeah.
I forgot I had that fucking thing on.
I can't get his eyes. What I would do though is probably one finger Vaseline, one finger. Have you ever heard of Beezine? I get a little bit of Burt's Bees lipstick, and you rub it on your eyelids, and it just is like
Turns you into an animal.
it's like it's like what high schoolers do to like, oh man, I'm beezing. I heard this later on in life, so dumb. But you like rub that or like icy hot or anything like that, like on your eyelids, and then it's like, oh, like it's just burning. But I hit you with a little bit of that. You got dad energy.
No, if I get some of that in my eyelids and then they punch me, they punch me in the face and they just move it down into my eyes, and I'm just. God, I wish the icy face would be over so it turns hot.
Directly touch your eyeball with a little doppel of icy hot. Now that's gonna give you fury, okay? This is gonna give you rage.
Oh god.
He's over there in the corner doing fucking coke and stuff, dude. Oh man. They would definitely be cheaters too. That's the sad part. You have to be really careful about.
You think they're
Oh,
cheaters?
do they feel like?
Oh, they're so sneaky.
They're dirt balls?
They're so sneaky. Dirt balls. I remember
I
you
have a
describing
feeling
someone as a
like-
dirt ball, Brian. Mateo. Okay, a little.
Yeah, Mateo,
somewhat.
is it three Mateos? Is that what that is?
The three little dirt ball, little grease balls.
Oh, you
And
see all the people on the Patreon? They love that fucking thing.
What thing?
The rant.
The rant.
The rant?
Yeah, you're like 45 minutes.
I don't even know what the hell it is because I never watched it. I don't have
You need to.
access.
You've given it enough time now that you should give it a
Watching
watch.
yourself in that state, though, is risky. It's
Yeah. Well, Brian
I'll
was
probably
funny.
should.
I was just out of my mind. I was
you were
funny
out of
to
your
me.
mind. I reserved myself. I told you maybe 5, 7, 100 times before it, like, hey Sam, when we do these, maybe not like a lot of cameras. Right away on one side of me, you with the fucking iCarly cam.
Did you
Bizzle
say
with,
that?
Yeah.
yes, I said it
Dude,
so
I
many times.
remember Poob saying that. Even in the back of my head, when I saw Bizzle with this, I was like, I don't know
Bizzle
how
had his
Poob
little
feels about
GoPro
this.
instantly. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god damn it. So I was like, I'm just not gonna say anything because I already saw how insane you were. And I saw the path Brian was going down. I'm like, I gotta play this safe. I just sat there and laughed the whole time,
Yeah.
which was fun.
That's
I'm
fun
very
time.
surprised I wasn't freaking out seeing you guys, but no, I had a ball of a time. I was just
Yeah.
giggling. I was a little giggle factory. Worried I was,
yeah.
I was the whole time. I'm like, I better not piss in this sleeping bag. Because
Oh!
Bizzle was looking up to me as the leader,
Yeah.
because I had the
Sure.
Stetson.
The assistant
Once you have
Sherpa.
that,
Dude,
it's-
he came up to me at one point. It was like, "You're the most like in control." What do you? I'm like, I'm the most in control.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck! Like, oh god,
That was the exact feeling I had when somebody came in and goes like, "We're turning around, right?" And I was like,
What do you mean
"Not now!"
somebody?
Like-
Why, that was Bizzle. None of us.
Yeah, I was like,
What is
why
that?
now? Like, why did you have to ask me that serious question now?
You brought that up that night a lot too. You're like, someone said something that
Yeah.
was serious to me.
Yes, I was like, why? It was just in the back of my mind like the rest of the night. Dude, I just remembered something that was incredible. And I think you think it'll be fucking insane. Did I talk about this last time? I was hunting for guests, right? And you brought up iCarly just a second ago. Do you remember, was his name
You're
Gibby?
talking about Gibby?
Gibby?
Yeah,
The
Gibby's
Gibby
channel
guy?
on YouTube.
Oh, you watched
yeah.
it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I know of
yeah,
it. Yeah, and I've seen people comment like, "You guys should have whatever his name is." And he's
Sad
like,
World.
Sad World. Yeah,
Sad
Yeah.
World.
I used to watch his videos a couple years ago. Not really, but
Yeah.
it was the thing where people were like, "Gibby's got a channel."
Yeah, his videos
Wait,
are
but
insane.
go on.
Oh, well, I went to go like see what is when I found out that for the audience at home, Gibby is the little shirtless guy from iCarly that would like come on to scenes and do whatever. And because I never really watched the show, I did recognize
Yeah.
the kid when people were like, he has a
Yeah.
YouTube channel. Found his YouTube channel, absolutely insane editing and production, just all
And
around
him and his
strange.
little brother.
And it's like it's him doing every bit of it. He makes some music and he does the editing and everything. And he really talented guy. I asked him to be on the podcast, or I went to go find his Twitter. The guy already fucking follows me.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good sign.
I followed him back and I'm like, hey, you want to be on my podcast? And he said no. But
Damn.
but he was-
Damn, what a wind up for that.
yeah, it was a big wind up. He was like, no, it's not happening.
Damn, that sucks.
But he seems like a cool guy. He's just like, I'm not like comfortable enough to be doing. I'm like, you're an actor, just like fake, like yeah.
Think like
He's
we're,
not
you know,
comfortable
we're
enough
like
being on the
somebody else.
podcast.
Act like just before you go in and be like, I'm gonna play this character. It's gonna be the best podcast guest ever. That's what the name of this
shit,
character
yeah.
is. Best podcast guest ever. And then just do whatever you think that
I'm
would
watching
be.
one of his videos right now. Yeah, like he's just, it's like insanity videos. He couldn't do a podcast.
No.
You need to nag him. Say, you're a dumb bitch. You
When he
don't do a
makes those
podcast.
Yeah,
videos, it comes
I
from
kind of
a
left
dark
that DM
place,
a little bit nicer than it should have been.
Yeah.
I think he
Oh,
said
well,
no. I should have brought out the talons and called him a bitch.
You fucking asshole. You look
Yeah,
you
you
look terrible
piece of
bald, by the way. I
shit.
fucking hate your guts.
I'm not impressed by your editing or the music or the.
I hate you.
Take back everything I said. Come on my
that'd be horrible.
podcast or die. Those are your options.
Well,
But,
maybe
no,
one
he's a
day
cool
he'll come
guy.
on.
Yeah,
That'd be
he's a
sweet.
cool
Yeah,
guy.
he looks
be sweet,
He
yeah.
seems
And
like
same
he'd be
thing
cool.
for that sick animation guy that also said no.
Sick
That's
animation
a
guy
blow.
said no.
That's a hard blow, man.
No.
Yeah.
he's so
Damn, I love
funny.
sick
I know he's
animation.
great. I told him,
Oh,
I was like,
man.
dude, I've been a fan since like I remember when Cement came out, and that was like
Which
I was
one?
like a
It's
teenager.
like an OG great channel. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I've been watching that shit. I don't keep up anymore, but that is like one of the few guests that would come on. I'm like, I've
Hell
watched
yeah.
you.
I
and
know
I
you.
like you.
foundations of my humor. This
Yeah.
guy was he built some of that. Yeah. And then he was
said
like
no.
he was like, I'm just not
Heartbreak.
comfortable with that kind of stuff. Yeah. I was
Nerd.
like, what? Yeah.
Like,
Go
Like,
back
what
and
you-
draw
you
your
can just
wacky, funny
do, like,
cartoons, you
You
little
can tell him
nerd.
he could be like Brian. You know, you could just.
Yeah, you don't have to say much. You're just
Yeah.
we just want to put
Make
you
it-
on our guest list, you know?
Yeah, we just
Oh.
want to say featuring blank.
featuring
I
sick
saw
animation.
I saw the Meat Canyon guy at the boxing match, like when I was buying drinks. I didn't know. I mean, you wouldn't know it's him, I guess, because he's not.
He doesn't
like
show up a whole lot.
But
So,
Omid was like Meat Canyon,
okay.
and I was like,
I forgot who that
every
was.
time I draw a freak, someone's like,
Looks
"You
like a
watch
Meat
a lot
Canyon.
of Meat Canyon, don't you?" I'm like, no, I've never seen a goddamn Meat Canyon video. It's just
That's the
I'm
SpongeBob
just
one, right?
bad
Sam?
at drawing.
oh, bizzle me boy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Bad
Yeah.
at drawing on
All
paint.
used
and
up.
his stuff. After that, I looked at a couple. His drawings are really funny, but yeah, I should have. I really next Creators Clash. I mean, if you're in it, it'll be a lot easier. But if you're not, if you don't make the next one, and we get invited to the next one, we gotta have business cards.
Oh, for sure.
Forehead Fables, purveyor of oddities.
Yeah.
Also,
Subtext.
the second business card related to the D&D
Brian.
name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
D&D podcast. Us.
Yeah.
Hand him that one.
Oh
There you go.
man, how much would it suck if you meet a group of like 3 people and they're all, you know, colleagues or whatever, and you go like, oh, at the end you go like, hey, here's a podcast business card, third guy, you go, you're more of a D&D business card
I
kind of
think
guy.
this will suit your tastes more.
Yeah.
It's a picture of a manatee pussy.
Yeah.
You
That- your
look-
personality would be more bearable if we hid it behind a character that we've constructed for you.
yeah,
Yeah.
like when we write the guest roles, yeah, you don't get any input. And you
No.
have to do the voice
Read the
we say
script.
you
You gotta
do.
read a script.
Yeah.
And you
Read
have
the
to do a
script.
voice. You have to. You blacker, please. A little blacker on the voice. Could you just black that up like 190%? Like, come on.
Way more
Racist.
ethnic.
Come on, more racist. Stereotype. Think stereotype. Yeah. That would be
For the record, I don't think those people are American though, so I think the racism might be.
So
okay.
come on.
They don't have any black people there, so they just don't understand.
Well, like, I don't know, like, BB from the Netherlands, like, if he was asking me to do this voice work and he was like, yeah, could you like make it sound like a black guy? Like, I'd be like, oh, like you're talking like African American, like vernacular, I guess is what you would call it. Like, I get what you're trying to say, but like an American guy saying that, I feel like BB saying that would be coming from a place of ignorance. But to be right here, if I go to talk to him and he's just like, hey y'all, what's up? I'd be like, oh no, I'm really hoping he's like European.
Yeah, the world's so closed off in Europe, they would never even have the resources to know if that kind of stuff's offensive or anything. It's like medieval times over there still. Ask them if they can use this somehow, this big mouth. Ask them what it's used for on the farm. Carnival tent. Okay.
Yurt construction. I don't know. Fucking
big cartoon tent. Okay.
Big wood stake.
Wood stake. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Oh. Man. Yeah. So going back to that Civ thing, what's your ideal Civ for, like, what have you chosen so far? Do you get to pick any country at any time?
No, you start in like 2000 BC or whatever. You didn't get to pick the time. I mean, you could, but it'd be weird. It'd be like playing Age of Empires and picking like the final age is your thing.
You can do that. So
yeah, I know
like
you
that's
can, but I'm saying it would be weird. It'd be like doing
weird,
that. Like you can do it in this, but
wait. So do you pick an area or do you go like,
you pick a leader? You pick a like Teddy Roosevelt, Gandhi, German guy. You know, you pick like they have like a shit ton of countries.
German guy.
Hitler,
I don't know, like Hans.
They never pick Hitler. I don't know why.
The musician. Yeah, why isn't it Hitler? I don't know. Why isn't there Stalin
Is it like
in the
Kaiser
game?
Wilhelm or something?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can play
fucking
as like
know.
the
Okay,
crazies.
I started playing the other day. I just
Who's
have been doing
your person of choice, your hero?
been hitting random. I've been Nubian a couple times. Like I got on random twice, and
I've always felt like you'd make a good Nubian.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a Nubian prince, and I just asked people for donations from around different countries and stuff. And it's been
It's been a beggar
ball.
Kingdom.
I know. I've played like 10 different campaigns for like 2 hours now. Like where I just get to the point where I start getting muskets and then I reset. And every one, I'll get to the point where my city's still like medieval looking, and then the other people I look at have like modern civilizations.
Like a car.
They're on like fucking flip phones, and my people have stone walls around their place.
Like doing fucking aerial drive-bys, like taking pictures, and your people are looking up like those uncontacted tribes, throwing spears up at his plane.
Exactly, I'm on fucking easy mode, and my people are trading with them, and I'm like, you've learned about like some foreign technology. Like
you're trading wooden beads for like, calculators and shit. Yeah,
metal skybird. Well, that's all bird. Sky. Well, not all bird, but sky penguin. Yeah,
metal dragon.
No, so like, where have you started? Like, do you get to choose a place or just a time?
You pick like a game. Like you pick like you can do like random stuff. Yeah,
no,
Sam,
I've never.
You pick a civilization.
What I'm trying to narrow down.
Pick this one up. You would like it, I think. I didn't think I'd like it because I was always like, I'm Age of Empires guy first.
Cool
I'm
game.
Total War guy second. I never gave Civ a chance. I've been playing it lately. It's pretty fun.
Okay, but what you can't do? Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. There's levels to this.
Real Earth.
I'm going to buy this game. Are you serious?
Where you are in the Earth. I'm
gonna buy this shit, Poob. If you're serious,
I'm gonna buy it too. Serious. But I'm gonna lay down the line here. It stops at Civ. Okay, I don't want you to turn into what you know. What happens is people that are interested in history play Civ, and then people that are interested in specifically racist history play Hearts of Iron 4.
I'm not gonna play Hearts of Iron.
No,
they go from Civ 6 and then they slide right into Hearts of Iron.
Apparently, I've been trying to suss it out because I was never a Civ person. I played Civ 5 on stream a little bit, and everyone's like, "Yeah, Civ 5." I think Civ 5's like the Age of Empires 2. Except for way buggier, and I've been getting like a game-breaking audio bug that like every time I play it just goes and it'll start like once every 20 minutes, and I'll hear it. And the longer I play the game, it gets to a point, if I play for like 3 hours, I can't hear anyone in Discord. I can't hear music. I can't, because there's a micro cutout every fucking second, and it's driving me, like, it makes me go feral. So I've been playing 6. It's more like cartoony looking.
Yeah, it's like easy mode.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
for babies.
No, it's not fucking easy.
We should all
That's
pick up
for us.
Hearts of Iron 4. That's what we should play.
Yeah, racist history. You'll probably be a fucking pro at it.
How about this?
Jesus.
You guys be like Italy or something. I'll
wanna be
be
Austria.
Brian. Brian, you can be Japan.
Why do I get to be fucking Japan?
And I'll be the third guy.
I want to be American.
All right, you can be, I don't know, Germany. You can be Germany.
Yeah,
man.
I'll be I'm just pulling it out of the hat. Germany, random, at random.
America shirt right here, Budweiser. All right.
Nah, I think the Americans had it too easy in World War II. I definitely want to play as a different.
They had it as easy as the
It
Japanese.
was easy mode.
Yeah, the same consequences happened to both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my friend's grandmas like died because of that, and someone brought it up once.
Pearl Harbor?
Like Nagasaki or whatever,
Oh, what the hell?
like cancer shit like spread down. And I remember at our school people being like, "What, your grandma?" Like you talked about the other day. Someone the first time they met him was like, "What, your grandma get cancer and die from the bombs?" He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's exactly
It's
what
like
happened.
literally like the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's awesome being a minority at the school I was raised at. Dude.
They were like so tokenized, I'm sure. Being an Asian dude at a fucking school in Indiana. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, I have 2 friends in the same friend group that are like, one's like a 4th. I think they're both a 4th. Maybe one's half
Yeah.
Japanese. They're like Shiro
Yeah.
level.
No,
of
Shiro's
Japanese,
just a white
which
guy
is
that
still like
yeah.
the most Japanese person that will ever go through the school.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
like my grandma.
Well,
Grandma's
that's what's
there.
funny is like I grew up basically being called like a Jew because my dad's Jewish. And so like I'm in the South, like nobody's Jewish here, right? I don't even think there's like a fucking like a
there's
temple.
not a bagel shop for 100 miles.
Yeah. And I remember the first bagel shop coming into town actually. I came in and all my like
What a
my
great
brother's
day it
boss was
was.
like, "Is that a damn sandwich with a hole in the middle?" Like, so confused. But
Put
yeah,
a
like
hole puncher to a sandwich. What the?
I basically grew up like being the most Jewish thing around, and then like it turns out that I grew older and like actually like the official Jewish people are like, "You're not Jewish." Like, they don't even recognize. I was like,
dude,
yeah.
My school was so like
What is
in the
audio
dark about it, like the world worked and shit. Just being like tan, I got called sand inward like more than once by different people.
What?
And I'm just a white guy, and I'm like, I would not want to be Middle Eastern and going to this school like, ooh wee, like that's got to be bad. So, I mean, I was like more tan then, but I'm still like, I'm just a tan. I was just a tan
Yeah,
white
you're
guy.
just a little bit tan, yeah.
And I'm like, well, like back then, Wubby now has this ID, but like I looked like maybe like partially Indian or something, like from India. But I'd always be like, well, I think I'm like part Native American. You know, that's every fucking person.
Yeah.
And I was like I'd get shit for stuff like that. And it's like, I'm as white as you, redneck. Like, it's just, there was so little presence of minority. They had to, you know, you had to get what you could with your racism there. You had to, even tan people, it was like, I'm going to call that guy the N-word. What does that mean to me? Like, what? It's like it bounces right off. It's like, oh, okay.
All right, man.
Like,
My,
no.
My
My
aunt
parents
had
are
like
from
dark
Ohio and
hair
Kentucky.
and dark eyes like you. And like she would tan a lot. And after 9/11,
I gotta move.
Oh no, yeah.
At the airport, she would get fucking detained all the time. They were like,
Oh my
"Oh, there,
God.
lady, where are you
Jesus
going?"
Christ.
And she's like, "Yeah, I'm like from the Jersey Shore." Like,
I've seen the sun in the last like 40 days.
Yeah.
I wish I had the picture. There's a picture of my mom's house that cracks me up when I look at it. It's me as like almost a newborn, and it has like this Native American ass frame on it of like Pendleton blanket pattern.
oh hell
And
yeah!
when I was born, I was like really dark, and I had jet black full set of hair, and I had like back hair. I had more body hair than I have now. Like I shit it off at some point. My hair lightened up.
Fuck?
Do you
and my
even look like your parents?
No. Well, my eyes lightened up a lot. I
No.
don't look anything like my mom.
I'm a completely different person.
I
Yeah.
look more like my dad. My dad is like super curly, like black hair, like super like my hair is like a little wavy, but his hair is like genuine, like super tight curly.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I don't even know why. Or whether like my grandma and my grandpa no one in our family looks like anyone else. I don't know what's going on genetically or what. And like each of my mom's kids, which she claims, she's like, that's how it's supposed to be genetically. Like it means you have stronger genes if you look more like your dad. None of us, like my brother and my sister and I, all my mom's kids with different dads, none of us look like we're related at all. Like we all look completely, it's like when a
Tell me, and my
dog
brother
litter.
are. Yeah.
like a dog litter has a bunch of fucking. No, I've seen your brother. You guys look different, but like we look drastically
Like an adoptive.
Yeah, like
family.
my
Yeah, they
brother
look-
looks
they look-
like Johnny Depp. My sister's like blonde. Like we with blue eyes. Like we just don't like super pale. Like we don't
What
really
about
look like.
like personality wise? Do you have like is anybody like their
My
mom?
My little sister
or
told
dad?
me a couple weeks ago when I was wearing a Simpson shirt that we have a Bart and Homer relationship, and it took me back, and I was like, "What? No, we don't." And then I realized we have exactly a Bart and Homer where like she'll say anything, I'm like, "Why Ayana?" And it's just
Yeah.
funny having little siblings. Like you can just like grab them and shake them and shit, and like I don't know, I just fuck with her and my little brother too, but I'm also like, I'm not like mean to him. Like my older brother wasn't mean to me, but it's definitely a step down from what my older brother did to me. I now do onto them. But personality, like, I guess we're all more like our dads, honestly. Like, I wish I was more like my mom. My mom's like super hardworking, like really smart. My dad's smart too, but like, I'm more like my dad in that, like, we're like, I'll sit down and watch like 4 movies in a row, like, and do fart joke and do like dumb. My dad and I are like similar sense of humor. My mom thinks I'm the least funny person in the world.
Yeah, I really fear that both my kids are going to end up like Abby, and I'm just going to be
man,
like,
3 Abbies in the house. Jesus.
Holy fucking
Christ.
shit.
Proud man every
Abby,
day.
if you watch this,
It's-
I'm joking. Okay.
Yeah, this is like
I'm not.
'cause,
That'd be
like
hell.
she sat in there and watched that hiking video. I doubt she even fucking smirked.
I bet she laughed when I ran from the drone.
Maybe.
She
Yeah,
no,
she
she,
thinks I'm
she
the
saw the
funniest.
spur. She saw the spur thing, and she
Yeah, she
smirked.
thought that was funny. Yeah, she
Yeah.
thought that was funny. The spurs
She
on
went,
the thing.
That's
But
quite
only
droll.
because she used to be a horse gal. She used to have a couple horses. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I was talking with her about this earlier. I was like, dude, if one of these fucking kids ends up like skipping a generation and being like our parents, like there ain't nobody that I want. Oh my God. If I had like my mom as a kid, that would fucking suck so bad.
No fucking
Like,
thank you.
Or your dad as a
Look
kid.
for like grandpa.
Anybody's anybody's personality above mine. I just really don't want them as my kid. Like my
I'd be fine
parents-
with. I think I'd be fine with either of my parents as kids, except for
Really?
that they both claim that they were horrible kids and then
Yeah.
grew out of it. So maybe I wouldn't. But no, I don't. I don't know. I think both my parents have admirable traits, and then I'm a little bit of a mixture, but I'm just like the weirdest. I'm not like a weird person, but I definitely am
I love
more
how,
internet
Poob
bred.
very
and computer.
very obviously
Xbox.
came from a family that isn't just an emotional dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Poob goes and hangs out with his family and goes like, these are all right people.
No, they are all right, but then their parents are all like fucked up a little, and like
I fucking sob into my hands before I walk into my any family function. I'm like, oh, here we fucking go.
I love
Until you
hanging
found
out.
out.
My mom just has sisters
Yeah.
now. My uncle like died when I was younger, so like I never really knew him, and she just has two sisters, and like they're like classic fucking, like getting at it. And I was at my aunt's birthday this weekend in Kentucky, and they were talking, they were telling stories. My mom has this famous story that I've heard her say like fucking a million times, where they went to New York together. We're similar in these ways of like dumb story come out of stuff where like she's never worn high heels before. My aunt is my mom's the youngest. My aunt is like more like me, I'd say. I don't know, like, but she's kind of like material and stuff. And she was like, God, like, you just got to wear these heels. Like, they're not supposed to be comfortable. My mom's like, holy shit, these are like wildly uncomfortable. And she's like, no, just like suck it up. And they go out and they're like doing all this stuff. And my mom brings them back to Indiana from New York. It's like spends the most she's ever paid on shoes, calls her friend, is like, if you want these, you can have them. Like, my mom tells her way better. There's way more, there's layers. I'm just want to get it over with because I've heard it a million times. And her friend comes over and tries them on and is like, oh my God, what the fuck? And then like reaches into the shoe, and the fucking blocker at the end of the cardboard blocker is still in the shoes.
She didn't take it
pulls
out.
them out. Yeah. My mom had no idea to even like check for that, and had been wearing it for like a week in New York with her feet like foot binded.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, it just thought like, this is what high heels are. Like, holy shit. And like stuff like that. And my aunt was talking because my mom apparently, I mean, I don't know, it's stuff you hear when you get older where they're my mom, when she gets drunk, apparently like my aunt was like, you always want to talk about dad or our brother, like sad stuff. And my mom told her once, like, if you keep stuffing this down, it's all going to break out. Like, you can't sweep these negative like memories under the rug, blah, blah, blah. And my aunt was like, you think it's a rug? It's a furnace. Like, I throw these things in the furnace and they burn.
Christ.
And she's like, I don't give it a second goddamn thought. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that, I guess. That's cool. But yeah, my family's very not like, they don't talk to each other about stuff, like real topics, which I think's funny, but that we can joke around and stuff. Yeah, we're like a cartoon family. There's never a serious episode though.
I got a fucking weird dysfunctional family. The more I've like experienced other people's families, I realized how fucking like strange it is.
Jerry Springer or something.
No, it's somebody got a camera in like 1963, and so there's like 2 years of pictures, and then there isn't a single photo of like anybody in my family until I was born, and like until my brother was born in like the late 80s. And then there was like pictures of him, and you see like the family members in the background. I'm like, oh, I remember a picture of you when you were a kid. And it's like they like their whole middle life doesn't exist, and so it's just like their lives are just in the background of mine and my brother's like baby pictures, and like they're just a very strange crowd. And they've only gotten stranger as they've gotten older. It's not good. I've also realized it's a super big trend in my family to just lose your mind way like 30 years before you die. Like the mind is just shuts
it's the
down.
new rave. Yeah. Raving. It's the new rave. Mindless raving and ramblings.
They absolutely are just not there in the old mind.
Oh my God.
But they live to be like 98, 99 years old, treat themselves like shit.
Double-edged sword. You go crazy when you're 30, but you get to live crazy until you're 100. Yeah.
Well, you guys you always like tell me that my memory sucks and everything, and like I'm like an old man.
Well,
and
my
like,
memory sucks too, but I remember having the same goddamn conversations with you. Yeah, like 10 times.
Like I don't remember that shit. And now I'm thinking
fuck,
like, am I these
crazy.
people? Am I gonna go fucking insane?
Oh my God, that would
play
suck
some
for
Brain
us.
Age, dude. Just play Brain Age.
Yeah.
No, I've been
Nerd-
trying to keep
Nerd
my
rock. Oh,
Yeah, listen to Nerd Rock.
I've been trying to keep my mind sharp by doing, like they say, exercising keeps your mind sharp. And I've also been reading.
I've been reading lately too. I read 2 really long books this last week.
I need to
1,000
like read.
pages each.
You were reading like fiction, like actual novels and shit. I've been.
It's a good ass book. Yeah.
I've
I
turned
think
into a
high
fucking
maintenance,
old
yeah.
man.
I
I'm like
can't
a
read
dad now. I like
nonfiction
read.
shit.
Yeah, I read like nonfiction. I read like I watch
fuck.
documentaries. Like every time I start a movie, I'm like, a documentary about this would be awesome. What's the real story behind these medieval castles in Great Britain? And like I go and watch documentaries on that stuff. And when I start to read, I'm like, I'm one step away from just being like, oh, let's buy the owner's manual to my new lawnmower. You know,
Yeah.
give that a read. Not
It takes
good.
me like an hour of just going through movies and being like, I go through so many movies where I'm like, I know that'd be a good movie, but now I have such brain rot where it's like, it either has to be movie so bad it's funny to me, or just like a happy buddy comedy.
Oh,
Or I'll scroll through them. I'll be like, oh my God, I should really watch. Like, this is such a good, like, critically acclaimed movie. And I'll be like, well, I'll just keep scrolling. And then I'll watch the same fucking TV show I've been watching last week. Like, I'll always just go back to like dumb comedy. And it's like, why can't, like, why don't I watch Moonlight one of these days? You know, I've heard it's so good. Why don't I watch this? Why don't I watch all these Oscar bait movies? Like,
Yeah.
I know they're good. I've been meaning to watch The Road lately, but it's like, when am I in the mood?
With Viggo Mortensen?
Yeah, when am I in
Yeah,
the I
that's
watched
a
it when I
great
was a
movie.
little kid, but like, when am I in the mood to watch these movies?
Okay, that movie is or if you're crying, you're gonna be like, all right, let's watch The Road.
But I'm
Shit,
never
crying.
like in a mood where I'm like, I want to be in a worse mood right now.
Yeah, no, that's
Let me
rare.
watch a movie that
That's
makes me
why
sad.
Requiem for a Dream is just that's a one viewer right there. You watch that
or,
bad
like,
boy
Train
one time.
Spotting or something. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that. Like, as a
No.
regular.
Yeah,
Clockwork
What's that
Orange
movie
is
where
oh.
what's that movie where Tom Hanks gets AIDS and Denzel Washington is his attorney?
That's such a probably deep
Tom
cut
Hanks
good
gets AIDS?
movie
That's-
I've
isn't that
never
Forrest
even
Gump?
seen. Rent?
Forrest Gump, right?
Someone gets AIDS?
Yeah,
Is it Rent?
yeah. Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump
Yeah.
gets AIDS at the end.
Forrest
Yeah,
Gump's
and then-
like, condom? Buddy?
yeah, and his baby has.
Forrest, it's the AIDS epidemic. You gotta wear a condom when you're banging these guys in New York.
Huh?
I want ping pong and run fast.
Bubblegum sprint.
Shrimp.
Oh,
Shrimp.
shrimp.
God. I wish that movie
Fucking
ended in
idiot.
someone fucking killing his ass. Yeah.
Blowing his head off.
It was
Running him
that
over.
would be honestly. It's a horrible ending. People would be sickened in their stomach, but it's a
Would.
better
Not-
ending than leaving a fucking 4-year-old with a retarded guy that
And
you know
they
the
both
kid
have AIDS.
probably has AIDS. Yeah, the
Yeah.
kid's like,
yeah, she gets AIDS, right? They're saying-
yeah, she gets AIDS, then
Fuck.
she fucks Forrest, and then she
Wait,
or
did
no,
she-
no, no.
Wait,
Spreads
is it
her
a real-
AIDS.
yeah,
like a little
AIDS, yeah.
disease.
Yeah, that's like a she that's it's like an
He's
AIDS
like,
baby.
Jenny, I love you. And then
Yeah.
Jenny,
She
HIV to AIDS? What is that?
What the heck?
Wait, so I have HIV now, and then what?
now
That's horrible.
No, I don't
Oh,
think he gets it. I
man.
mean, chances of him getting are pretty slim, but
And then little
the kid,
kid
come
in
on.
that
Little
is
Forrest
the
Jr.
guy
absolutely
that's-
has AIDS.
It's the kid from Secondhand Lion,
yeah,
most famously.
yeah.
Secondhand Lion kid.
What,
That movie
what's
rocks.
what's the name of
Secondhand Lion.
that kid there?
His name is
Haley Joel Osment.
Haley. Oh my God!
Is that
Fucker.
Haley Joel Osment?
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Haley Joel.
Coming
I
up
always
for the
forget. I always
third
get
time. We're going for another community
Macaulay Culkin.
guideline strike on the same issue.
I love Secondhand Lion, but I fucking I separate art from artist. I
Yeah.
will
Fuck you.
never fucking watch that movie with as much of a smile again.
Yep.
Even though it's a classic. It's a
That's a
bonafide
good.
classic.
That's a good movie.
And you were great in artificial intelligence, AI, artificial intelligence.
Man,
It
what a
could've been
movie
better.
that if only Kubrick was still alive, that movie would have
Yeah,
been
been better.
a masterpiece. Yeah.
Good movie. Well, yeah.
Yeah. What
I
was
do-
that one with Robin Williams where he's like a robot man, the Centurion Man or something?
Centurion, man?
Yeah. Is it
Centurion.
Bicentennial Man?
Bicentennial Man.
Man.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you ever seen that?
No, but I know what it is.
He was in a string of really quirky,
Yeah.
weird ass movies
That-
for a while.
Flubber.
Yeah.
Flubber is fucking awesome.
Miss
Flubber's
Doubtfire.
crazy. Mrs.
Yep.
Doubtfire is amazing. Yeah.
Jumanji.
Goodwill Hunting. I think all those
Good Will
were within
Hunting's
like
good, yeah.
3 years of each other. Flubber, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill
He's
Hunting.
like, that was so good, I'm gonna kill myself. That was this movie's rock.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then
He's
did
like, he looks
RV.
back on his long
Yeah.
career. He was
Oh
like,
fuck, RV fucking sucked.
yeah. He
And
also has that
might-
movie 1 Hour Photo. That's
Well,
supposed to
also
be like
you saw
freaky.
the thing where that
24
Kiko
hour
the
photo.
gorilla like signed at him like you fell off. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill
He
myself.
fell off.
Fell off. Monkey said,
Oh man, wash
You,
off.
Vin.
you friend, so I can be
Has been.
honest. We've grown to know each other, so I feel comfortable
Let me break
saying
it.
this.
Let me
You
break
have
this down for
fallen
you, man.
off.
Yeah.
You, Jumanji was best movie. Every other movie sucked.
Oh yeah, Jumanji was right there too in the
Oh, that
mid
movie
'90s. Dude, that guy
rocks.
was
Yeah.
huge.
It was
Huge.
amazing.
Aladdin.
He was a movie
Aladdin.
star.
He was in Aladdin.
Aladdin, he's even getting in digital.
Yeah. He was a cartoon.
Osmosis Jones. Wait, no, that's
It's not him.
who is
Yeah.
that? Bill Murray.
Yeah, maybe.
Is
He's
it?
the guy that
Yeah,
sucks
yeah. He's the
egg.
live action guy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah,
And he's like
He, like-
disgusting.
yeah. He like pulls like a hard boiled egg out of a monkey's mouth, and he like brushes
He's
it
like,
off.
Get out of me,
What the
monkey.
fuck?
He like,
That's my lunch.
He, like,
and he takes
blows
it. Yeah,
on
he
it.
blows on it and like blows more shit on it. Yeah.
God.
that movie rocks.
Oh man. Yeah, that movie is actually pretty funny.
And it's educational. You know, it's a non-fiction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
actually how
the
that
beginning
show
of my
works.
love of just cold hard factual
Yeah.
reporting was
And
Yeah.
are there
Osmosis
more
Jones.
movies like Osmosis Jones that I can
yeah,
watch?
I need something that kind of blends like
They got a
actual
TV show, I think, right? Don't they?
What the fuck did they?
No, they didn't.
They had like a cartoon.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was a kid I loved that movie, but Osmosis has this one scene where he smiles and it creeped me out as a kid, and I would close my eyes. Remember that? I was like, oh no, the smile's coming, and I would close them because he just looks so scary.
It was called Ozzy and Drix.
What? Well, Osmosis Jones is like a documentary. It's like Hearts of Darkness to the apocalypse now. Like there's
Yeah.
some guy actually got a germ and almost died. And then they made that as like dramatic. Could be
What?
wrong here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a guy got like a little demon in him, a little demon germ that had a big finger.
Yeah.
I'm maybe misremembering this.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? There's no Osmosis Jones show.
There
We're
is.
just
but
making stuff up.
there is. I swear to God. Look at Osmosis
No, we were just
Jones
making
cartoon.
things up.
Is it Chris Rock still the Osmosis man?
I don't
know.
I looked up Osmosis Jones cartoon. I see Osmosis Jones. What's it called? Ozzy and Mosey?
Cartoon
Ozzy
series.
and Drix.
Ozzy and Drix. Ozzy is
Ozzy-
Osmosis Jones.
Yeah, I know. Is it still played by
Yeah.
I'm asking if it still has the Chris Rock.
3 seasons.
I don't
And
know.
what
Oh,
year?
Oh, they changed it to Ozzy Osbourne. No, it's
no,
not.
they got a different guy. They got a
It's Bill
different
Lamar.
guy.
He's
Bill
a
Lamar,
guy
yeah.
and stuff. He's in
Uh.
Pulp Fiction and stuff. He's
Yeah.
in a couple of things.
He's a
but-
good
That's
actor, but that's not
Marvin,
the
bro.
same.
That's Marvin.
Yeah,
He
it's
plays with
Marvin.
Marvin. Oh my God.
Osmosis can't be a guy that got his fucking head blown off.
His head exploded. Yeah.
Yeah, Poop, look
Yeah,
to the
no,
left
trash move.
for me. Let me see the side of your head, your profile shot.
Why?
I want to see it. Look all the way. I want to see your profile shot. Oh,
Alright.
okay. Yeah, you're like, I didn't know. I'm sorry, dude, but from the front and like the way your headphones were like, I guess grabbing the side of your hair, I was like, do you have like the haircut of the lady, the main love interest from fucking whatever, the kid versus the world or whatever?
I have
What the fuck are you?
my
What
haircut's good if I get a good shower. And
Oh,
No, it's
the hell are you talking
no,
about?
it's like
Whatever.
even. It's no, what's the name of that movie?
It's even, but the headphones don't do a great justice.
Yeah, Poop. How do you not know
Well,
your hair
also,
looks
this
like the
is-
woman from whatever show? Like what the
Yeah.
fuck?
No, look at this stuff. Check this.
Scott
I haven't
Pilgrim.
seen this.
Scott
post
Pilgrim
haircut.
versus
Hold
the
on.
world.
Wait, which girl?
The
is what it's
fucking
about.
main like love interest with
The
the, pink
blue-haired
hair.
one?
I thought he had like the fucking like bangs
Oh,
long
pink.
and then
This
going
right
to
here,
short.
though, this is beautiful hat hair. Hold on. Oh, it's a little worse now
You
that
thought
they
he had
thinned it
that
out
hair?
so much.
Yeah, I was like, because
My
it
milk's
like
a
went
little
up to his headphones. Yeah, now he's got the
What?
mullet.
Oh my god.
You got the mullet now.
It looks.
The hat
Yeah,
mullet.
no, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
fucking Joe Dirt now.
All right, well, fuck you guys.
And-
I'm done.
No,
Ramona
your hair looks
Flowers now.
great.
Oh,
It
I
looks
wanna
great.
go.
Yeah.
As a guy that
Yeah.
doesn't have hair, your hair looks great. I'm jealous you have it. Can I have some of your hair? Give me a little hair
Nah,
transplant.
don't worry, man. You look like
made
Jesus.
It could have
It's
made
fine.
100 orphan wigs out of the hair they thinned from
You know
me
what-
today. They
You
sheared.
know what we should do is if we after the creator clash or whatever, if we're sitting next to each other in the auditorium, maybe you could lift up some of your hair and lay it
Put over his head.
over the top of my head, so
I
it
need to
looks
stop
like I
getting
have a lot.
haircuts if I want my hair to be long enough to droop a seat over.
Yeah, give a little shade over on top of my head.
Oh shit, we might need to end it soon. Hold on, let me check.
It's 12:02, bro.
Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna end it right now.
Bedtime.
We'll see you guys next month.